Welcome back to the PMCO PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. My name is Pin, along with AJ will be your casters for the day. And before we forget, thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming, the Vivo V17 smartphone is the one for you. And AJ, if they want, they have to make sure that they hit the notification button. Make sure they subscribe to the channel, because on the PUBG Mobile Esports channel, you get not one but 7 leagues that will be playing right here on this very channel.
Also, if you like just tuning in, stick around a little bit, watch the game, and if you like it, simply just go to Google Play Store or App Store. Simply click download and you should get started right away. It's pretty easy game, you can get started pretty easily. Just give it a try.
Yep, and as AJ has been saying, there's a lot of modes that you can try out in the game itself, so give it a shot and maybe you'll like it as well. So thanks again for joining us for the Middle Eastern Group Stages. AJ, what do you think of the Middle Eastern Group Stages so far? But before we forget, let's start with the competition system. Let's just explain to the people at home. We will be starting with 24 matches, which has 4 groups, 8 teams each in the groups, and then we will dwindle down to 3 groups at the semi-finals, and then we will be having our top 16 play at the regional finals.
Yep. So basically, the point system has been changed on this season. So it used to be 13 placement points last season, but we're seeing quite a few changes this season. I think it's more reasonable, the new point system, because it's more watchable and more like understandable. So we have Group B and Group D playing against together. So this is the first time these 2 groups are gonna meet each other, and yeah, let's see what they do.
Yeah, Executors is one name that really pops out there, being the champions of the last split here at the Middle Eastern Group Stages. I think that will be something fun to watch, because again, Group B and Group D hasn't met each other just yet. This is the first time that we're meeting each other. So the first map should be a gauge of how do you want to play your pattern, how you want to read the game, how you want to really adapt to the game on the fly, because you have to kind of have experience against the other teams first.
Yes, you need to understand the way they like to play. Like, for example, every region have their own play style, and every group adapts to their own. Like, for example, if someone is pretty aimbot in their group, so that team particularly, maybe they're a little bit weaker than other teams, so that team in particular is gonna change his habits for the group they're in. And whenever a group meets another group, you need to change your habits and you need to adapt to the new game system or the new group you're meeting up. So basically, every day we see, like, for especially the first few days, which teams meet each other for the first time, most teams like to play a bit slower than normally.
Yep, but whatever it is, we will be going to Erangel, our first map of the day, between Group B and D. So we'll be kicking things off here in the first map. There will be 4 maps being played here. Vikendi has been introduced as well in the second round between these groups. So Vikendi will be played as well. That's the next map. But before we jump too ahead of ourselves, we'll be Erangel first. This plane will be flying from Komeski and will be ending up on the top of Quarry. So it's kind of split down the middle here, EJ.
Yeah, we've seen much worse actually routes, especially on this season. I would say like the routes this season for Middle Eastern routes are not so friendly, like they're not big, but also like it doesn't matter much, because except it's gonna be like a very bad route. It doesn't matter much, but the thing that Middle Eastern groups are having problem is they keep running into each other early on in the stage. So let's see if Group B and Group D can they avoid each other in the early on stages, because
Abstruse is one of the teams that looks like they're going towards the middle. Down, you have MBZ there as well, going towards Rosal. Again, there's a very good split here.
Alright, when your mic. Alright, get it closer. Yeah. So here we have iKurd, I believe. iKurd actually, if I'm not mistaken, they do have the highest points right now for Group D. So basically, Group B and Group D haven't played for basically 2 days. And so basically they're gonna like the scoreboards, like for example Group A and C have already played twice. So this is the second day for Group B and D. So basically the thing they want to do is right now is to catch up with Group A and D, because again after this is the first day, right? After 2 more days, basically we're gonna see 8 other teams getting disqualified. Not basically, yeah, eliminated by our match system. So basically, they need to do something to catch up to. And here we have executors being actually chased by another team.
Yep, Abstruse is chasing onto them.
Are they racing for the military base? Oh, we got 3 teams racing for the military, and someone's backing off. They're like, no, we're out. We're not going there anymore.
Yep, they are trying, and it looks like Elite will be the ones that will be able to pass as well. Abstruse left behind, and slowly they're reaching towards the military base, as you said. Not entirely sure where they're heading towards, but Abstruse has already stopped by, and they found themselves a house. They should be okay and good to go here to loot. RAZE is there as well, top of Rozok. They have the town towards themselves, and should be good to go here.
Yes, and here we have the next circle just came up, which is going to be in the south. Sorry about that. Having some troubles with direction. It's going to be about southwest of the most of the map. So, yeah, we're seeing actually a lot of waters. Not the friendliest circle you can get. So that's the reason we just saw 3 teams rushing into military base, because, well, it's on the route, right? You can loot for a while, and after looting for a while, you just can't easily cross the bridge. But I don't think, like, also it's a good plan because the route that the plane came in, basically no teams should be able to just get there just by parachuting. So no one should be expecting a team going to military base or airline. So maybe no one is going to bridge camp. So a good plan and a good strategy actually from MTB, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of them actually was dropped at Milita town, and then they thought that I think it would be better for us not to fight very early on.
Yes.
And then they took the cars, and then it actually was 3 teams that had the same idea to kind of go towards the military base, and exactly that. Only one team will be able to be deep inside the MTB, and Elite is there as well.
Yes.
And then there's a couple of teams there. So they have the western side of the bridge to go towards from, or the western side of the island to go towards, and they should be able to get back in towards the circle very soon.
Yes, and also like SY is basically also in the circle, so they can have a pretty good time just basically looting and chilling in the office just another day.
Yep.
But the important thing that we need to mention today, so basically BD are playing for the first time together, and due to the reason that Group A and C have already played, and here we have the first contact between KI on RE team.
Yeah, Kurd is one. Let's see the player from RAZE there. But RAZE should be able to kind of revert to a more defensive position back towards the north of Rozok, where they will be free here and free to loot. KI or Kurd is one. They're a bit towards the southern side of the town, so they shouldn't be meeting up with each other anytime soon. But Kurd is one. Looks like they're on the hunt here. I see a couple of players. Kraken has been shot a little bit, dropped to 80 HP. Should be okay and good to go here.
Yeah, but still, like we see Middle Eastern teams like taking fights early on in games, even though they don't have a lot of items. So, like item management is pretty important, especially on this map. It's not first, yes, especially on this map. Second, on our new season, because normally, like if you save your strand and you don't get a lot of items,
they get sprayed though. But actually, it's KI
RAZE
who
got
loses
2
one.
sprays.
2 of the players were trying to run away, and both of them getting sprayed down in the car. It looks like KI won. is in a lot of trouble here. RAZE Ali will finish off one of the players, leaving 3-1 knock there up on top of the hill. Can they go and push for this? It looks like Ali is pushing already, but the thing is they don't have any vehicles, so they're going to take a lot of time pushing into this. But again, as Kurd is one is left there, I think they will have to kind of save their friend for the meantime, but Riff is already at the bottom of the hill. They are running away, but Ali turns back. He doesn't want to take this fight anymore. I think 1 or 2 knocks is good enough to kind of shoo away or kind of scare away Kurd one.
Yeah. So basically, making sure your territory is safe. So back to where we're saying. So in the new point system which we have right now is kills do matter a lot more than before. So getting fighting is more important than last season. So when you need to fight and you need to kill, so basically you need items to recover, I needed time, you need better armor, you need to know how to play the game. So item management is more important than last season, because last season you got 30 placement points when you get into the first place. Basically you can easily just sneak your way into top 3, then basically have 1 or 2 fight maximums, and you're basically done. But in the new season we see players, we see teams wanting to get more kills, because well, kills are more valuable than last season. So yeah, that's basically it. So item management is the key here for this season.
Yeah, you're definitely right. We see a lot more fights here happening for the Middle Eastern squads very early on, since we've been looking at them for the last couple of days. And yeah, they've been increasing in terms of fighting very early on. So hopefully the item management will come through as well, because again, as you said, they need better item management, because before this, when it was 30 points for winner chicken dinner, you get a lot more in terms of placement, but you don't have to use a lot of utilities to fight very early on, especially the items, the healing items, like the med kits and the first aids and the bandages. You don't need a lot of them, because you don't have to go through a lot of fights. Especially that sometimes the groups don't even have a scout, because they just move towards together to try and get themselves into the circle as a group.
Yeah. So here we have executors and also our airdrop, which is Groza, one of my favorite guns actually. I love this gun so much. Like 7.62, it's basically the god of close quarters. Like you get sprayed down so fast, and the damage is so high. Man, if you get a close quarter blast or a town circle, if you have that, guys, you're gonna get a lot of advantages.
Yep, Groza is a beast. The firing rate is really fast as well. The bullets that it's being used 7.62 means that there's a lot of damage being dished out. So again, close quarters combat, as AJ said, is very, very good. So hopefully somebody picks that up. But it's near Quarry. I'm not too sure if anybody is near there to pick it up. So I think for the meantime, the circle has shifted towards towards the western side. And the rest of them are heading towards that direction. Elite is a little bit too far off though, but they should be good to go, because they are in vehicles from the eastern side of the Sonoska military base.
Yeah, here we have MBZ Falcons, basically just chilling like near the circle. They don't want to get into any fights, especially they have executors on the same city right there, so maybe just gonna chill. And that was close. That was interesting.
Now they're getting shot a little bit as KUP in a lot of trouble. RAZE are spraying onto them, and RAZE again finding kills, but no, this time it's KUP who gets it. Kurd is looking for blood as RAZE Ali gets shot a little bit. He should be able to heal right here.
Amara gets knocked down.
It's Hakar who gets a shot up on AK-47, so 2 to drop for the side of RAZE. Can they pick each other up? They should be able to do so, but KUP Kurd is very, very close to them, and they have the opportunity to pounce, because they are on the top of the hill and they have the opportunity to do so.
Yep. Golden Boy over here, like a pretty good name. Like that's a cool name. Like I'm the Golden One. Golden Boy, the one, right? And so they're basically having a fight here, basically 2 teams and on the hills. But again, not the best position to fight right now, because you're basically near the circle borders. And what you get when you're on the circle borders is other teams also trying to get into the circle borders. Although there's no other team trying to come behind them, but there's always the chance that other teams are going to come from behind you, and you may just unluckily get backstabbed without ever noticing.
Yep, but RAZE for the meantime has picked up everybody, and they should be good to go to 4. There's 4v4 situation between them and KUP. RAZE still spraying onto them, but again, this is a very long engagement, and KUP has to move because the circle will shift as well, and it's starting to move in here.
Yeah. For Coop, actually, they don't need to take this fight. Like, it's not advisable for them to take this fight. Why? Because they have already lost 1 vehicle, and you can see all on RAZE they have a lot of items to play with. But Coop, on the other hand, basically they don't have even painkillers or energy drink to recover from those fighters. So getting out of there was basically the best choice RAZE. Coop could have managed.
Yeah, back to ABS against Elites, Abstruse. They have a couple of houses to their own, so they should be good to go here. They have a vehicle as well to rotate back into the circle. Now the circle is going to shift, and it will be a very centered circle here in between Gatka and the top of Fairy Pier. So it's right smack in the middle where there's 3 teams already inside. There's a couple of teams, not a couple of teams, at least there's 7 teams on the eastern side that have to shift back into a circle. So they have a lot of route because it's spread apart. They're very thinned out. So they don't have to kind of meet each other, so they should be good to go. Again, most of these teams has vehicles, so they can just fly around and just escape from being hit and evade fights altogether here, especially ABS. You can see they're all in the cars. Yep. Or they have 2 cars here, and MTB also has 2 cars.
Are they going for that airdrop? Because as I know, no one has picked up that airdrop, and the answer is no to that question. Don't take chances right now, especially on the first map. MTBN, they were not doing so well on the first day.
Yep, they're not doing so well, but it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, we see them a lot going for fights very early on. So I think that's about the brawl of it.
As we were saying.
Yeah, Elite suddenly sees that MTB is coming onto them. A very, very fast house siege here. Elite's hiding behind the houses. Maduni running in from the sides, looking for them to pop out. But it's actually Maduni, who will get the first frag first. And then they're shooting inside. Another player is down. Is Ali to get dropped. And around create that leaves Legion all alone in a very peculiar position. 1v4 situation for him. Elite just got wiped off the floor here. They were inside the houses. The nade comes flying out. And on to create. No, it's actually not a nade. They're going to just push in. That's a nade. We'll be able to clear down create. There's only Noduni here all alone. And he should be getting those kills in. And Jen will be going down.
Yeah. So MTB just secured their position on 15th place, and that means also IRAQI Elite is going to be eliminated at 16th place.
Yep, very, very fast in quick succession as well. But now KUP has found themselves the AMX team. They will be able to fight this off as Butcher's all alone, but somehow Butcher survives this for the meantime. Now they see him. They know where he's at, and they will be able to take down a couple of more players. Quiet goes down as well. Arab Madness drops down to 15th place as RAZE in a very peculiar position has a couple of players right near him. It's actually Kraken all alone. Kurd is one, is now hiding inside the house. They should be going for their skills, but they do not know or do not have any information about the surrounding area. Now SNT very close towards Maxi. Maxi will be dropped on his knees straight away. Captain wants to finish the job, but no, another couple of players is right close to them, so he has to be careful here if he wants to finish off the kill. So he's just hiding behind the trees for the meantime, waiting for 47 to pop his ugly head. Boom Higa is there as well, so MB is in a lot of trouble here.
Is that third party? Yeah, that's a third party.
Yep, they are in a lot of trouble as SNT also getting third party fun behind. For AK-47 gets dropped here. Sorry, X-47 gets dropped. He guys still there behind the smokes.
Actually, beautiful play from SNT. That was a close nade, but also beautiful smokes coming in. Did you see the smokes item management coming in? They saw X-47 coming on the left, but they were ready for it because they had smokes. That actually enabled Captain basically to go out without being sprayed down by the other team member from MBZ and getting that first knockdown. And looks like Boom High.
Boom Higa, just bailing out. That doesn't want to take the fight. Reef right now against RAZE. He's very, very low. RAZE knows where he's at. Has an inkling of it. He's very, very low here. But Reef somehow survives for the meantime. Still hiding onto the second floor. And there's 2 players up from RAZE above him, so he's all alone here in this situation, not entirely sure of what to do. Does have a couple of bandages to use, but if he does go for the bandages, he might be in a lot of trouble. He's going to get sprayed down. He will be knocked. Reef on his knees already. RAZE winning this fight altogether. Kraken a little bit too further behind, and he will not be able to save his friend in this situation.
Basically, yeah, Kraken just backed up, and they are going for. Kraken is going to go for that placement play, and RAZE doing a pretty good job so far. But Kraken, like, is trying his best to hold up other teams until he gets onto his car, but which he does. It's going to pay out, but let's see if he's gonna get sprayed down.
Yeah,
so far so good.
Should be going down at least. Maybe there's 3 players shooting onto him. Kraken actually survives now.
Wow.
Hides behind the house in the car. Will be able to escape with his life.
Here we have ABS and MO fighting, like not fighting each other, just gathering some information. So about ABS actually aren't doing so well didn't do so well on the first place, so they should be going with more like a passive play for today, because if you can't get those kills down, basically you can at least try to go for those placement points, right?
Yeah, but the funny thing is Abstruse and both Abstruse have mixed out. Both of them are sitting at 26 and 27 in the rankings right now. So things are not looking too good for them so far, but hopefully they'll try to rectify that very, very soon. Not following VTX. Very close towards 963 squad, and I think they want to fight here, but 963 squad has already lost 1 player in the form of Lawrence. So what can they do in that situation? I think they should be going for the fight, maybe just to try and gamble it. But again, as you said yesterday, it's better for them to just fight it off in the later stages of the gameplay. Very, very safe in the mid game, and just try to go boom in the end.
Yeah, so basically in the early on games, just make sure everybody knows you're there, and nobody like accidentally invades your territory. So Kurd is one, gets eliminated in 14th place. Sorry, 14th place. Not the best situation you could have hoped for, because Kurd is one was actually sitting in 21st place.
Oh Lord, going in for the spray. Back has been dropped. Couple more players right in front of me. He's going for the spray down. He's going out, but he's all exposed. Both of them are exposed. ABS players are just dropping like flies here. What a mistake. Now Kara comes in for the save, wants to try and help out, as 3 players from the side of MO already on the floor, and they will be able to wipe the floor with MO, and ABS will win that fight.
Mixed out also getting eliminated in search million. So this is the problem, right? It's only 20 minutes into the circle, and we already have 4 teams eliminated.
SYR pushing in as well.
Grenade
iKurd
coming
in a lot of trouble, but the grenade should be good. He actually flicks the grenade
that's
around
a bad
it.
grenade? Yep.
And he will be safe for the meantime, but iKurd's in a lot of trouble here. A couple of players still alive. The nade comes flying out, destroys both of the cars. There's so many grenades flying out in between both of these teams. There's just grenade insanity here, but somehow nobody does from the grenade. And Masters coming in from the side. SYR trying to push against iKurd here, but so far so good. Both of these teams haven't lost that much blood just yet. But R&M pushing out. They're in a lot of trouble here. iKurd is trying to duck their way into safety, but the Seamaster will be able to spray him down. iKurd, can they win this fight? It looks like they should be able to do so, as they're left with a couple of more players still alive here, and they will be able to take down AWE as well.
We got 963 eliminated at 13 plays, and also another team eliminated at 10th place. We can see iKurd actually kills coming in pretty slowly. We have the Moha over there getting like it's a full-on war right now, and we're trying our best to catch up to the kills coming in.
Yep, as you said yesterday, sometimes this team doesn't want to fight, but sometimes they kind of be forced to fight, especially the mid-distance squad. They like to fight very early on, as Executors will be able to find a couple of kills here. They are hiding behind the smokes, hiding behind the cars, as Nodudi will be blown up there. Affect will be slate as well. A couple of players from EXE Executors already drops on to the floor, leaving Lau and Clown. Clown is one of the better players, as AJ said yesterday,
Yes.
that he really likes watching. He's kind of like the scout, but at the same time, very good fragger as well. So Clown is one of the players that you have to look at to kind of clutch those rounds or clutch those situations when he's under siege.
Like, he has this ability, especially from Clown. He, like, so to be fair, he's not so good at being a spotter, but he's like, he has this special ability to flank under pressure or like understanding games, understanding other teams' movements, and trying to like knowing how to read the movement of the other team and deciding where to go and what to shoot at and who to shoot at first. So that's pretty important actually in PUBG, who to shoot first, because normally you get someone is like coming up pretty close to you and someone's being supported by him, like giving some little bit cover fire. So you need to decide sometimes who to shoot first, right?
Yep.
Getting those duels is pretty important.
And definitely that. EXE in the middle of the scuffle here, but somehow MBZ is the one who lost a player in that situation. That's one of the things that's happening like above the screen right now, which is towards the southern side of the map. As 46 will try to kind of third-party ABS here. Abstruse in a lot of trouble because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. EXE is quite close to them as well. So they have to kind of make haste here. 70 is still alive. Sorry, 70 is still in play. 20 players still alive as Moment will be shot upon, but they should be safe inside this compound. This is one of the only compounds here inside the circle at all.
Yes.
For 46 will be occupying it.
46, like, it's not the best compound you can find, basically, because after the next circle, you're only gonna get one exit. So before, like, you should basically get out of there before the next circle comes. As we hear, we have Clown getting sprayed down. It's gonna hurt for play, and Clown does make it.
Yep, Lau does make it as well. Both of them hiding just behind one tree there. Everybody just fighting and dropping like flies. There's 6 teams left. Only the 6th circle, but suddenly everybody just fighting it off.
Like, Clown right now, just look at the position he's making. Like, right? After getting sprayed there, after one smoke coming in, he just makes the decision just going for that close quarters. So basically, if Clown can basically secure that position or get it actually a little bit of surprise onto 46 minutes, it's gonna help his teammate a lot.
Ooh, nice spray from Rafic that destroys one player. It's actually Molten to drop on his feet. BTS still there, but 46 trying to third party everyone here. They have a prime position to do so. They were inside a compound. Now they're out back with Bull leading the charge. They should be good to go here. Right behind 2 cars as well. So he has a lot of cover behind him or in front of him. As EXE is still finding themselves getting third party here. But Rafic is in a good position because he's hiding inside a hut. So it's very hard for them to kind of engage. But Lau has been dropped. And Lau will be finished off by ABS. Pusat doing a couple of good shots there. Just straight away on towards the other hill.
So actually, if you're like 46 loot, you're in a prime position, right? So it is just like it is needed from you to just trying to weaken every member, every player you see, because you don't know who you're fighting later on. You may be helping others, but like getting kills in the same time, also weakening other teams, it's pretty important. So here we have Rafa making that smoke play. He's gonna try to get out there after, and a blind smoke and a blind spray, but not able to land any damages yet. Maybe he's just gonna get out there, or he's gonna wait. And we have the 7th circle that should be shrinking after 10 seconds. So we're gonna see a lot of teams rushing in, but the smart way is basically what is actually 46 doing right now, clearing the path from the right side, because Well, basically, you got the full-on team, which is Vendetta, on the upper side of the field. They got the better position. But if you come from behind, especially on the other side of the ramp, they won't see you, and they won't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, a lot of crossfire here, leaving 3 teams all alone. 46 split, that's curious, and of course Vendetta here. See playing it out. Rafic is in a lot of trouble. He's getting siege upon as Self pushes him through, but somehow Rafic survives. Will be able to take down one player from the VT squad. Venera getting dropped here one by one. Moha still inside the safety of the grass. But for now, Self has been dropped, and Rafic still, he's very far from his teammate, but still somehow survives. Flower now getting shot upon, but Chrome third-partying him. He will be able to take down that kill as Chrome takes down Bold from 46, and 46 will be eliminated here.
So we haven't this is the first time we're seeing actually executors making in to the top places. We know basically, oh no, Clown! Oh, he missed, Chrome missed the shot, but he was able to basically save that shot, and Clown should be finishing up very early.
And the nade comes flying out. Vendetta somehow sneaks one away against EXE as the nade comes clearing on Rafic inside that hut. That was a nicely done play, but it was so hectic towards the end of it.
Yes.
EXE will get second place with 7 kills. 46 will get, that's 46 a lot of kills. They're getting 9 kills as well. So look at that, Chrome with 9 kills. Chrome was just so good here. Vendetta, we haven't really talked about them, or we haven't really seen them in action, but somehow they played it fantastically there.
So Vendetta actually ended up on 17th place and getting basically only 19 kills in Persic, and just last round they got basically more than 14. They got 14 kills, 16 kills in exact. So basically that's making 3. Like if they got 3 more, they basically did what they did on the first day with only 1 match. So they're getting more points. And after this match, we should be seeing the total scoreboard for those who missed the first day and the second day. Try to catch up with what happened. So, and also we got executors here, which basically executors are one of the favorites from Middle East. A lot of fans also. We haven't seen them also.
Yeah, they kind of got, and essentially that in that game they kind of got sandwiched very, very fast. They were out in the open, didn't really have any cover. Only Rafic had cover there inside one small hut. But again, we've said that before. Once you stay in one small hut and your position has been compromised, it's very easy for players to nade you out.
Yes.
And that's exactly how they got the last kill. Although Rafic was surviving for the longest time against VTX, when VTX kind of pushed them, he took one player down, and then he kind of got flanked.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of got stuck. Couldn't really get out of the house because there was a vehicle outside of the doors as well, so he couldn't really turn towards his left. So with that, VTX or Venera will be able to pick out their first win of the day, and then that will be their first chicken dinner of the day as well. That was nicely done from Vendetta.
Yep, perfect job. We have today's actually only Group B and D scores coming in. Vendetta with 16 kills, 20 placement points, total of 36 points. Executors finish on in second place with 7 kills, 14 placement points, with 21. But you can see actually 46 loot, just 2 points behind them. So that's the new point system we're getting this season. Yep. Kills do matter more. Placement points still matter a lot, but not much like last season. Yeah,
it's easy to catch back up with those kills, but these are the overall standings as well. Just looking it up, as you can see, the real deal was first IRAQI squad and Kurd squad still at top there, but Vendetta on the second page along with SYR. Vendetta is one of the other Vendettas. There's 2 Vendettas in the game, so they're on the second page as well. These are the teams that are still very safe, but these are the teams that are not, because these are the teams that will be booted out in the second phase if they do not kind of step things up here.
Yep.
And IRAQI squad will have their 17 kills to put outplay still there at the second spot. TRD's Marley here at 25 kills at number 1, and IRAQI Salmon at 15. So IRAQI squad still there in the top leaderboard in terms of kills.
Yeah. We need to we need to wait till today's over, because basically those teams we just saw on the kill leader actually had already 2 games, 2 days of gaming.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, yeah, they got more kills, but we should see someone catching. But if you see someone already catching up, maybe one of the players which got 9 kills today, right?
Yeah.
Already catching up, that's gonna be horrifying. Like, we know someone's catching up pretty fastly.
Yeah. I think the most scary part is about the SYR team. I think they kind of have to step it up because just now their positioning was really, I would say really abysmal. They kind of got sandwiched by 4 teams there. So they have to be careful with the positioning once they rotate back into a circle. We saw that happening when they were playing in the second day as well. So something that you have to watch out for. So that will be it for game number 1. We will be returning after a short break. When we return, it's more PMCO right here.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Anytime, anywhere. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Endless respawn, endless fun. There is a better choice.
Look first, there's actually a player right beside him.
Yeah, oh, he may not.
Now he's gonna check in, but he's on the road. Can he get this kill? He will be able to drop Ray as well. Nicely done from Ghost Camp. And he's gonna turn him to the pen to get that pen kill, adding insult to injury.
Gets this win right here. And yes, yeah, they do. So congrats. Like 7K hadn't a very good game and couldn't start.
And Zeno will get that kill. KS from a mile away. Look at the rest of 59 is going to go for the spread out. Won't be able to take him down. So Zeno with the place. To push in, Manshak pushes in. Should be able to see him and will be able to get this kill. At least finish off the kill. And Manshar with a very good mid starts it off, and back another player coming in from the HQ squad, but he gets eliminated as well. He gets dropped on his knees, and Manshar should be able to get another kill here. In for Karen, it's actually Loka, and HQ gets eliminated at... He is actually on the second floor. They're going to push out Majo to there, but he gets double teamed up. Majo gets dropped. There's another double team coming in as Messi wants to provide support as well. He wants to try to take those kills. Going to push back downstairs. They get the kill up on UN, and UN will be dropped here. Nicely done for SMP, just nailing them to the wall. Just came back down. Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Cloud Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. My name is Win, along with AJ will be your casters for the day, and thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And play PUBG Mobile with the V17 Pro brings you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance, and here comes the glorious chicken dinner. And if you do like the stream and if you do like PUBG Mobile esports in general, remember to make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you get notifications when the stream comes online, because it's not just one but it's 7 leagues that's being played right here on this very stream.
Also, if you just turned in and you basically love the game, try it, give it a try. Basically go to Google Play or App Store, search for PUBG Mobile, click download, and you're in. That's it. Easy peasy, right?
Yeah, it's as easy as that to get into the game. So with us getting into the game, it was Venera's game for the number 1 in Erangel. So it was theirs. Executors had a lot of problems. I think that was the bigger story there.
But
because
they're they had a lot of problems, right? But at least they're catching up, right?
Yeah.
At least they're doing better than the first day and the day after that, which is today.
Yeah,
they're gonna do it better. Like at least we're seeing them on second place, and at least we're seeing some frags coming in, and that's at least it's you need to get started somewhere, right?
Yeah, there's some improvements that we're seeing from executors. Although we see them still in a lot of trouble, and they're the favorites right now because they have the experience because they won the last split here at the regional finals. So I think that's something to watch for, because executors, I think most probably they will start to get their groove back here.
Like as soon as you got one game going on, you slowly find a pattern to how to get into circle. You find a pattern. The hardest thing on competitive mode is finding that pattern to make it into the circle and make it into top 5. So again, in the new point system which we do have right now, kills do matter a lot more, but placement points are also matter. So both of these things are not what's it called?
What's that?
They can't live without another, right?
All right.
Right.
Yeah,
so
they kind of have to coexist together.
Yes, they have to coexist. If you got a lot of for example, if you got 10 frags, but you end up in third place, that's 20 points, right?
Yep.
But if you end up in first place, but no 2 or 3 frags, that's basically 23 points. There's not a big difference between getting first place and third place. So you need to be consistently first to be on top 5, and also getting 5 frags, I'll say, on average.
That's a very good point that AJ just pointed out. Again, they need to coexist. There need to be a balance between you getting placements and then kill points as well. So just not kill points, just not only placement points, but both of it needs to come together. So we will be going into Vikendi here. The first time for the Middle Eastern squads to be playing here. So hopefully it will be fun to watch, because Vikendi, not entirely sure what's going to happen. This map does not promote fighting very early on, but it's fighting mid-game, because very early on you have 27 towns in this very small map. So a lot of these teams will have the opportunity to go around each other and not be meeting up with each other anytime soon. But once they start fighting, all hell is going to break loose.
Oh, look at that circle. Did you saw the circle just a minute ago? I believe a lot of everybody saw that circle just a minute ago, which is going to be actually based on west north side of the map, and we're seeing basically 50% of it in the waters.
That's right.
It is going to be horrifying. Why is this happening? Middle East is not getting no locks on routes. They're getting no lock on circles. So this is gonna end up so bad, and we're gonna see a lot of teams getting destroyed basically when trying to get into the circle.
Yep. It's going to be congested because there's not a lot of space for them to play with, and we can see already a couple, at least 3 or 4 teams in the middle of the map that will be converging towards the circle, and they will be fighting very early on.
And what's the biggest problem? When the map is actually on the northwestern side of this map, there's basically only 6 towns in total. That's it's basically gonna be terrain, and with saying terrain, this is a snowy map, right?
Yeah.
And it's basically like desert map. You get no like you got not a lot of places to hide. So yeah, that's basically what we have to say about actually the circle and the maps. I'm
Yeah, AJ is a little bit flustered here. He didn't expect half of the circle to be underwater, so that's will be problematic for a lot of these teams because again they like to fight in the middle stages of the game,
Yeah.
and it's going to be very congested towards the middle of the map where it's at the bottom. I would say the southeast of the circle will be very highly congested because a lot of these teams will be coming out from that direction, so it will be war hell on very early on after this.
Yeah, and look, so basically, as we were saying, you got like basically, if you wanted to get into the circle, either you can get in the circle basically from northeast of the map, or you can get in from the southeast, or you're gonna get in from south. There is no the third option. You can only gonna get three options in, and the way you're gonna in, basically, if you get a car, you can choose to rush in. But again, this map has a little bit more what's it called, covers than other maps, not other maps, basically one of the maps. But the problem with this map is being pretty elevated.
Yeah.
Right? The terrain is pretty elevated. So if you commit to a place, or commit to a territory, or commit for a position, and the next circle doesn't spawn in your favor, you are going to be in a lot of trouble. So that's the point. Like that's the base. Like that's why I'm so like right now I'm like so upset a little bit because the northwest of this map is basically the most weird elevation you're gonna see from the terrains, right? It's gonna be so weird that like we'll see, like everybody will get the point later on in the end game if we get there.
Yeah,
If we
if
get
we get
there,
there.
because we're just gonna say it again, because well, there's not a lot of ways to get into the northwest of this map. So yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna see a
not a
lot
lot
of
of
campus actually.
Not a lot of entry points here, but again, this map has a lot of towns, so a lot of them don't have to meet up with each other. So that hopefully will not be the case. But if they do meet each other, it's going to be hell's on because as you said, there's not a lot of entry points. So most of these teams will converge between
Yeah.
those 3 points that you were saying. So they are coming right now, but so far they're so good. They are still looting up wherever they can. Not really pushing in just yet. They're still further apart from each other than it is. But again, this
Yes.
map promotes fighting in the middle stages of the game early on because you have 27 towns. You don't have to meet up with each other. So they have that going for them. But in the middle stages of the game, once they start heading towards that circle, which is half underwater, they kind of will converge onto each other. They kind of have to collapse and try to fight their way in. So that's exactly what's going to happen after this.
Like we had like a Middle East group, like Middle Eastern teams. We have a problem, like including me actually. Like we are trigger happy. We are so trigger happy. Like every team we see, we just like, oh, you want to fight? You want to take this? No,
Yeah.
I'm not backing off. Like I've got this. I'm the bigger man right here. No, I'm not backing off.
Yeah,
So, like,
that's exactly the same case as on Erangel just now.
Right.
Because when they start fighting, everybody started fighting at the same time. So that was the one we were talking about. Not just the third party, the fourth and the fifth party came in together. Everybody just party on. And because of it,
let's party.
yeah, it's a party. Everybody just fighting it on. And because of it, it's so congested that
Yes.
it's kind of chaotic for us as viewers. But you kind of tend to see which teams kind of shine in those situations.
Yeah, like if you play the way, basically, let's call it playing it. I will say rolling your dice, because like if you're not disciplined enough And I see gone first, and here we do have the map, and not now. We don't have it anymore.
Yeah, 963 and now shooting on towards MTB, MiliTaryB just running around here, just getting some information as they are in a vehicle. They are in 3 vehicles here, so they are pretty much safe. As you can see, Moduni here with the truck just moving around. This is a safer truck, of course, because if you use a snowmobile, you can easily get shot. Although it's a little bit faster, not just a little bit, it's really, really fast. But the problem is it doesn't have a lot of HP, so it's really, really easy for you to get taken down, and especially that you don't have any cover in it as well. So you can get shot, but inside this truck, you can be a little bit safer, and the rest of them has vehicles as well. So this is a type of cover that you kind of need sometimes, because one of these the things with this map is that they have it has a lot of terrain, a lot of ups and downs. But the problem is they don't have a lot of cover in the open areas. So that's where you use the cars as bunkers and just kind of hide in between those cars, blow them up, and they become walls for yourselves.
Yes, and so basically, like cars are also items, and items are basically what like we used to say on this season. Like item management is the key for this season, because you need to get some frags in, right? As we said earlier, like on the last round, we need to get more. You need to get frags, but when you go into a fight or you go into engagement, you basically are gonna exhaust your item management. So, like calculating your item management and like having a second hat or having a plan B is pretty important on this season, because normally you don't need. Oh, we got the first engagement coming in.
Yep, Arab Madness along with Coop, just fighting it off in this situation. They're still further apart from each other. They still can just play it very, very safe, and they don't have to fight. But again, because the map does not promote you fighting very early on, so you have a lot of towns, a lot of places for you to hide on, except for the circles, right? Once the circle starts pushing in, it starts to get very, very dangerous. But as you can see, AMX just running in the hell out of there. Okay, Arab Madness does not want to take this fight anytime soon.
So, basically, we have MTB and ABS may get into a crossfire or may get sprayed on, and they do, but luckily for ABS, no damage done on them, and no problem at all. Just swinging around, checking in. Like how's the neighbor doing?
And so the rest of the teams here, all of them are inside the circle already, but it's highly congested here towards the southern side of the circle. So they will be fighting there very, very soon. Now first blood from Elite Karate, and they will be able to get down 1 kill, and then the rest of them are just getting sprayed down here from the side of SY. And they're trying to run away here, and they should be able to do so as they have a vehicle here. But a couple of players sit behind that rock formation there. So they have to be careful here, because Elite is pushing onto them, and they are in a lot of trouble in this situation.
Like, but I have to say, like, if you're Elite is basically on the south side of the circle. You are not. It's not advisable, or it's not the right choice.
Even now, Lord is getting shot upon. Things are starting to heat up here, as RAZE will be meeting up with Abstruse here in this situation, where Abstruse just suddenly drove in here, because they were on vehicles very early on, and then they were just trying to drive around. But now they have found another team. The nades come flying out as well. Evo will be able to be safe here. And for the meantime, it looks like things are slowing down. As you can see, the minimap, they're kind of split from each other, so nobody's pushing anybody anytime soon. But now Snow is very close towards one of the players.
Hey, like, is Snow getting a buff on this map? Right?
That makes sense. That makes sense, right?
He should be getting a buff on this map. So again, right now, why we're seeing so much engagements, and basically teams like the best thing right now is RAZE and ABS being neighbors. The best thing could happen, because why you need to be neighbors in this situation? Because everybody's trying to get into that circle, and if you fight and if you exhaust your items and maybe you get in bad situation, you're gonna, like, even though you win, you may just get easily third-partied or finished off by a bigger fish. So the best thing right now for ABS and RAZE is find the line of defense, like, and announce a line of defense. For example, just like maybe not going a lot of the game, because it's pretty important how to understand the game and how to understand the line of defense. And great shot from RAZE, and basically that it's maybe getting some small picks and letting other team know what maybe one.
There's actually a molly there burning GRM.
And it does burn, and maybe he's gonna go down.
No,
yes, he's maybe going to hit, and he does go down. Oh my god.
That was a very slow burn in the snow there. So hopefully he will be able to be picked up. But now Pusa is getting shot as well. Very good return kick coming in from the RAZE squad. So a double knock here, or one knock each coming in from RAZE and ABS. So they're starting to fight it out. ABS does see another play. ABS wants to go in for it. They don't give a hoot. They want to give this fight a chance, and they want to go in for the kill. And now another molly comes flying out.
Molly is gonna end up badly if you throw it. You're gonna throw it on the wall, and you basically are gonna eat it yourself if you don't throw it well enough. But here again, like I don't like the way it's going right now for both of these teams, because they're basically in the middle of the circle, right? We're gonna get the second circle. The second circle is actually closing in, and we're gonna hope to see the second circle if we can get a sneak peek of it. But still, you're gonna see more and more teams trying to come into towns, because towns are like.
Ali actually gets shot by Snow there. He was trying to shoot them, and he suddenly gets shot back in return. Now RAZE has Ali getting dropped, will be finished off as well by the player from ABS. It's Kara to get that kill. So it's a 3v4 situation now. They're still fighting it off, but this is a very strange fight coming in. Back to Kurd is 1 along with, I think that's 46. Very close to each other. Neko getting burned a little bit. But in from the sides now, he gets taken down by Hazim. And Hazim turns back to more defensive position. He has a ball left to support him as well. Both getting shot. And KI1 has already lost a player in this situation. Will they want to fight this off, or will they cut their losses? But because they're already in Krisas, I think they want to fight things off to establish themselves some control over this area of the map.
But it's gonna be hard. They have already lost one more player on this fight. So Lot 46 is good. Gonna go for this fight. But it's still, look how close are the teams, right? They're basically neighbors. Like, look at ABS is upstairs with RAZE right there, like just a little bit upper the hill. And you got K1 and basically Loot 46 fighting over here against Control. And Reef does get fired on, and he's not gonna go down, but he's gonna need some time to recover from that. And we see players coming in from down below, and maybe Loot 46 is alright. They're getting ready for the rush. And a sneak peek, seeing no one yet, right? Making sure maybe the third party is here, right?
The nade actually takes down
it's the time. It's now or never, right?
Now or never. This is the time for them to push up. The double nade as well coming up, but this time around will not take anybody down. But Reef will be smoked upon by Ninja, who try to help him out. But the rest of them are currently converging on him. Team 46 wants to both of the skills. They will be able to do so. 46 wipes the floor.
Oh, look at BD right there, so low, but able to recover right there. Because RAZE and ABS also just establishing some, because the problem is you don't need to fight it, right? It's so early on the game. It's so early on the stage. Like, even though you fight, you may just not get anything for return.
But this is the pattern that this
great molly from Moha right there.
Oh, he actually burns down one of the players. Both of the players are still up there from this SYR. They have to be careful here as Self pushes up as well. Moha turns back towards the other side. They know that a couple of players are above them, but Moha checks his sights first. Now the nade comes flying out, but he's going to go in for the push. He knows he has to commit here because the nade is right behind. Oh, sorry, the molly is right behind him. Now he's going to go in for the push. Will be able to take down one. Maybe should be. Now he does it. Will be able to take down 2 players in quick succession. And Moha just slays both of them down one by one. SYR just dropping like flies here.
Great. So great molly from Moha and great execution right there. But MBZ does get finished off. Here we got SY trying to get away. And yes, he does get away, so he's gonna play for placement right there. Better luck next time. We got the real deal, which they played yesterday on first place with 135 points. And are we going to see a longer sniper? Again, like we seen, the longest sniper range was 251 meters yesterday. It was executed on the west of, like, get it.
Yeah, just get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And they will get it. ABS wiping the floor with RAZE, and RAZE will be destroyed here. This is a very long fight because it started off in about maybe 10-11 minutes.
Yes.
And now finally they take down RAZE. It took a very long time as well.
And the thing about that fight was actually both of the teams were pretty lucky because there wasn't a third party, but also maybe they were there's also a reason that because they're really fighting, they were making a lot of noises, so other teams weren't too interesting to getting too close to the territory which two teams are already fighting.
Yeah, they already established themselves inside the Krishas and very early on.
Yes.
So I think, as you said, a lot of people don't want to take that fight. They don't want to show themselves just yet. And hopefully, again, all these teams will be able to survive the next circle because they are fighting it off very early on and then just losing players left and right. But ABS, though, after fighting with RAZE, still have 4 players alive, so they're pretty much safe here.
So right now we're moving on to the circle. Finally, we get a peek of the circle. We can see the circle is basically on the north side near the port. So we had the executors moving into the circle so early on the stage that they got a place called home and stick to her, and we also have elites in the shores of it, and we have SY which just lost the fight, which is going to play for the placement points. Is he swimming? I think
he looks like he's swimming, so he could be just trying to buy himself some time a little bit because once you swim, it's very hard for those people to engage on you because they're
also
trying to engage on the land, right?
Like it's basically like normally no one like looks at the water, right? Because like everybody's concentrating on towards the land because there's a lot more teams on land. Usually they do not want to swim, but it looks like VTX Vendetta has already came in. 46 in a lot of trouble here as Vendetta just wants to push in. Maybe could be, should be. Nope. Let's see very far apart. It's actually EXE fighting with Vendetta here. Clown turning in from the other side. Chrome is right in front of him. He will be fighting very, very soon here. And Chrome will be dropped very, very low. But it's actually Clown who gets dropped first from behind. He gets shot by Moha here. And Moha in from the side. This is a very good fight coming in from Vendetta so far. EXE might be losing this fight very early on as they lose another player. In fact, he's already dropped on the floor. Clown will be finished off, and he was one of the better players from Executors, and he will be dropped as well. Morton pushing through, and Rafic is on the floor already. Lau is in the house. Demon gets naded upon. This is a very bad fight from EXE. Can they take this fight? No, it doesn't seem so because the nade comes flying out. That is a beautiful nade from Chrome. Lau gets dropped. Now they can push in. There's only one more play. It's actually Demon on the second floor. The Molly comes flying out as well to just kind of clear him out or kind of push him out of position. Now they're going to push out as well. Moha leads the charge first. Self coming in from behind as well. They're going on to the second floor, checking it out, checking the first floor first, making sure that nobody's there. And then they're going to go up. Surely they're going to check the stairs. Demon last for the meantime. But now he's getting shot upon. They're going to shoot him down. And EXE will be dropped here at 12th spot. Executors going out without any style whatsoever. Yes, and they picked up 4 kills. No one was lost. Like pretty good win actually from them. Here we have 963. The squad. Please do remember this is the squad one, not the other team. We got 2 Vendettas and we got 2 963. So you may get a little bit confused.
Yeah, come on, Middle Eastern teams. A little bit more imagination. Maybe change your names a little bit. I'm not too sure. Maybe it has a meaning language, so I'm not entirely sure. So maybe that's why the names are the same. But whatever it is,
I know why it's Kurd, but I know what's Kurd. Like basically, you can call it a region of race. So basically you got
I know that's Kurd, right? Yeah, Kurd is you kind of know that, but 963 doesn't make any sense to me. But the numbers, right? But now SNT will be meeting up with 963. This is a squad, of course, as AJ just reminded us. SNT in a lot of trouble here. But the nade comes flying out from Jaguar. might be hitting anybody. No, it's actually a molly. Burns them a little bit here in this situation, but so far so good. 963 pushing in as well. The nade comes flying out this time around, will not connect. This Jamal is playing it very safe behind the, I think it's a barnyard. So he's playing behind the barn. So he should be very safe. But no, Jamal gets needed by Lawrence. That's the second hit that comes flying out. Jamal gets dropped, but the rest of them are actually inside one single house. SNT in a lot of trouble here. Jamal has been dropped. Another player dropped as well. They're in a lot of trouble as 963 wants to push in here. They have the opportunity to do so. They are 4-man strong. Maju pushes in first. And SNT losing players left and right very, very fast. Jamal gets finished off as well. Nice shot from him, from Hamze, right underneath the car. They should be able to take this fight.
Right now, 960 have the upper hand on items. They got better loots, they got better equipments, they got level 3 helmets and level 3 armor, and they got an M24. You can see the utilities coming in. This is basically what you wish to see more of Middle Eastern teams. We've seen Middle Eastern teams getting better in frags and Molotovs, but we still, like, if Middle Eastern teams can improve a little bit more of the usage of smokes. And we got a spray from Molotov, and spraying actually 2 members of 693s.
Yeah, 963 are now getting nailed upon the wall as they're getting sprayed upon by AMX. They're doing a lot of good work here, but I don't think they can commit towards the 963 because they're a little bit too further up down in this house here. So they cannot really converge on it. They don't have the vehicles, but VTX pushes through. 46 right now. It looks like they want to go for the fight, but VTX doesn't want to fight this at all. They want to just rush in towards a circle first. They should be able to do so as it drives through in their vehicles. That's just too fast for 46 to just kind of chase on behind them, and it should be good to go, and it should be able to be safe.
Like right now,
they actually dropped one actually here from the VTX team. They're pushing through and they get third party, but suddenly meeting AMX. 46 just springing from the distance, but should not be able to connect here with Molotov. In a lot of trouble here. They're getting third party here. AMX is there. 46 is here as well. And Venera in a lot of trouble. They're getting sandwiched very fast.
And so right now, Loot 46 has the better position. So because they're basically securing the back of their circle. So after securing, because they're pretty much near, and the circle is gonna be closing down after 3 seconds. So what they are doing is basically weakening other teams and giving them a little bit more room when they are going to commit to enter the circle. Basically buying them a little bit more time to do the job. And here goes Loot 46. They're just waiting. They're just gonna wait a little bit longer until some frags come in. After some frags come in, it is the time for them. They're gonna move out, and let's see where they are going to take a place or claim a territory.
Yeah, Arab Madness is doing well as 963 gets a couple of knocks there, or they get knocked with a couple of players there. 46 already back towards the wall. This is a very good position for them to be in because there's no vantage point that you can actually look down from. Because if you're up there, you can't actually look down straight. You kind of have to fall down. But like now, look at how congested this town is. There's so many teams inside KUP. We have Elite in there, ABS as well, Abstruse, Loot 46. Everybody's in there except for AMX, who's a little bit further out of the town, and they are fighting against VTX. But VTS just one player gets eliminated, another player gets shot as well. Molten gets dropped onto the floor. This is very nice coming in from the Arab Magnus. So they should be able to get a couple of kills here. Can they commit though? One more player is actually Moha is there. Moha does a lot of damage. Will be able to take down one. He's still spraying them down. He's still fighting them, trying to survive for the longest time. Molotov coming in from the sides, and he will be able to clear down Molotov as well. This is a 1v3 situation, but somehow he makes it a 1v1 as Butcher coming in for the fight. Moha still hiding behind the car. The car has exploded, so he can't really take down the car.
Coming in. Is it gonna connect?
No.
Yes, it does connect. Taking out B52, but there's still one more player from AMX. So far so good.
VTS managed to pick themselves up. Another player that's Self, who will be picked up, and now Butcher knows that he's hit a little bit over his head now. shouldn't be fighting here in this situation, but
He's
Self,
gonna go for
he's
the
gonna
save.
get pushed. Yeah, he's gonna try
And we
and
got
run
a
away
third
here.
party coming in pretty fast, and that's the loot 46. They just saw couple of things. They waited out for the circle, and they're making it play, passing by. And Moha here just got shot. So basically, loot 46 here is executing.
MO right now.
And they basically won.
They just came in and just cleared the hell out of them. 46 just rolled in. As you said, 46 was just driving around, stopped in one house, and then took the hell out of Mix out. Mix out just really couldn't do anything in that situation.
You know, like, do you know CQB, like close quarter battles? The most important element in close quarter battles is the element of surprise. If you surprise them fast, like, they basically don't have time to respond, because in this situation of the circles, normally teams that are, like, for example, if they have 4 members strong, they basically are divided into 2 parts. So if you surprise them from one side, they basically are going to be 2 men short. So if you take those 2 downs, and the other 2 just are going to try to get there. Here we have Butcher all alone trying to fight off VTX.
Yeah, Butcher's still very much alive here. They came in 3v1 situation, but Moha survived for the longest time, was able to take 2 of them out, and Self, who was picked up after that, will be able to take down Butcher as well. Very nicely done from Venera. Still 2 players alive for them, still very doable for them to get the winner chicken dinner.
Here we have Look 46 looking so far so good. Actually looking the best team right now. They have the Look 46 they're on a killing streak, nading 1 player down.
Ooh, ABS Lord just sprayed 1 player down there on the sides. Will be able to get one more player maybe. No, he knows that he's in a lot of trouble. They're coming in for him.
Nice.
He sprays the player coming in for the window. Nicely done, but now there's another player behind him, but he has support here. He should be able to survive this for the meantime. The Molly comes running up from the side of Elite on towards the ABS
squad. This is going to be bad. This is going to be... We're going to see Molotov. 1 is down. Maybe 1 more. And yes, he does get finished up. And ABS Lord basically finish up being Coop. And that was it for Coop.
Yep, they tried their best, but they're getting burned off the red, getting burned. He's getting shot as well. He doesn't know where to run here. But so far so good. But ABS coming in from the side is Snow to provide a lot of support here, a lot of suppressing fire. They know where he's at. Everybody's in the one single room. He's back. What a pull by Snow there.
He does get the buff. He does get a buff.
That's very special. Nobody saw him there. Suddenly Zizat came in like, I'm part of the Snow.
Ninja.
Now Saleh's all that's left. He's very, very low as well. They know where he's at. They have an inkling where he's at. Snow will come in from the side.
1 more.
Snow, holy smoke, that's Snow with 3 kills. What the heck just happened there? Elite got eliminated straight away there by Snow.
And now we know why his name is Snow. He got 5 kills in total on this single round. ABS Lord also 5 kills. Hazam with 6 kills. Moha with 4 kills. And Z3 Bull with 4 kills followed by. So far, we got 3 more teams, 9-11 in the situation with 46 have the upper hand and they are the team to lose here. But let's see. You can see this like item management right there. 46 has the downer hand, so they smoke their way. So they're basically gonna try to come down with the utilities they have, and great play from them. And we have Moha here giving a little surprise fire onto ABS, which has 3 players.
Yeah, but Moha has to be careful. He's getting shot upon as well. Hazim gets dropped here for the side of 46. So 46 still has 4 players strong. So they should be good to go. Only 1 player has been dropped in this situation. Abstruse has 3 players as well. The nade comes flying out. Should be able to connect. Maybe should be no as Hazim to take a drop. As 46 loses the player, making it 3v2 right now. But 46 is pushing in. VTX in a lot of trouble. Vendetta, can they hold this on? 46 onto the side. They will be able to push in. VTX losing players left and right, but they're getting shot from behind as well because Abstruse is there. And 46 left with 1 player here. It's all alone as Self will be shot upon. Venera in a lot of trouble. They should be able to survive this for the meantime because Moha is there providing some suppressing fire. He should be able to pick up Self, but he doesn't know where the rest of them are. He's scared that they might be just converging onto him. So Venera is just hiding it out. Abstruse with 3 players. They are primed to win this winner chicken dinner.
With the Molotov, is he gonna connect? No, he doesn't throw it. He's waiting for it. He sees a better opportunity. Is he going for it? And he does, but... Oh, it does connect! ABS Snow gets down Moha! That was pretty damn dope, man.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. So now 46 loot is all that's left in a 1v3 situation between them and ABS. Abstruse looks like again that they can win this. They had the opportunity to do so. They're shooting it through Six ball and they will be able to get the win. ABS, holy smokes. What a win by them.
Like ABS is coming up in first place with actually 14 kills, 46 lose, followed by actually 12 kills, and we got Vendetta with actually how many kills is that? Oh, 14 kills also. So we're basically getting a lot of kills on this map. So again, congrats to Abstruse, so ABS or securing that winner chicken right there.
And it was very strange as well because 46 Loot had 4 players there, but one by one they were finished off,
yes.
Especially because ABS kind of stabbed them back when they were fighting with VTX, and Venera held for the longest time. Of course, they won the winner chicken in the first round. This time around they placed top 3 as well, so that's very good for Venera, but they were destroyed coming in. But 46 Loot had 4 players there in the last circle, but somehow they couldn't eliminate it one by one.
The problem was ABS right there because we've seen them items, we've seen their smokes coming in, we've seen they're using their items. So they were like, as in the start of the game we were saying, this game has a lot of elevation. With what happened just there was basically Loot 46 getting that elevation. They were trying to come down from a hill. And there were a lot of covers, so they basically just had to smoke their way in. But when smoking their way in,
this is snow though.
This is snow.
Just amazing. 1 kill, 2 kills, he goes back out, he jumps out for the kill as well, making sure that he clears everyone down and Elite gets eliminated. What a nice play by Snow there. But this is the last kill on to Bull as well. Bull gets dropped. What the hell?
What the hell? Right, so back to where we were saying, so the problem back there we had is basically let's look at the scoreboard first.
Yeah, Abstruse with the winner chicken dinner gets himself 34 points, 14 kill points, 46 with 12 as well, 26, 14 kills for Vendetta with 24 points, and Vendetta looking very, very good here. Number 1 in the last game, number 3 in this game. They're placing consistently top 3, and that was the thing that we were looking for in the Middle Eastern teams, consistency. Where AJ was saying about yesterday, keeping the consistency and the momentum up for each of these teams. After winning the winner chicken dinner, do not let up, do not be overzealous. Make sure that you make the proper calls and make sure you go in swinging.
Here we have the total score. We still haven't seen a Vendetta making on to the 4th place with 99 points. Maybe one more winning chicken, they may end up in 1st place.
Yeah, Venera is up there now, but the top 3 hasn't changed just yet.
Yes.
The Real D, Iraq squad and Kurd squad still in the top 3, but it's still very early days. Only the second map here, only Vikendi is being played. We still have Miramar and Erangel as well, so anything could happen here. But this is the overall standings right now. These are the teams that are safe, but these are the teams that are not. 7K Elite, V8, Run Before Nox, Mixed Out, 963 Squad, RAZE, Iraq Monsters, and MBZ Falcons all have to watch their backs, because if they do not come out swinging here, they might be going home very, very early.
And let's see if we have anybody from today's match making the kills leaderboard, and we do.
Yeah, we have Chrome there in the middle there from Vendetta, getting 17 kills. That's very, very good as well. So hopefully we'll see a lot more from them. Vendetta playing it very, very good here.
So the problem with the map Vikendi is you get a lot of elevation right there. So what happened to Loot 46 is they needed to come down because the circle didn't spawn in their favor, so they needed. So they use their utilities. They build a line of smoke, basically blinding other teams to see where they are coming from. But unfortunately, ABS was basically in the only place that Loot 46 can be sprayed upon.
Yeah.
So like it was a little bad luck, but you need to take chances. There's always chances there, and we see actually Loot 46 after getting one player sprayed down, they both try to rush into that building. Great execution, because you need to get that man down before he makes more damage coming. But unfortunately they didn't make it. They were like taken down by another team. But again, great free, actually like great Molotov from bot right there securing that second place for their teammates.
Yeah, whatever it is, ABS will pick up the win. So that was nicely done from them. We will be going for a short break. When we return, there's 2 more matches being played here at the PMCO. First, there's actually a player right beside him.
Yeah, oh, he may not.
Now he's gonna check in, but he's not notice. Can he get the kill? He will be able to drop Ray as well. Nicely done from Ghost Camp. And he's gonna turn him to the pen to get that pen kill, adding insult to injury.
Gets this win right here. Gets it, and yes,
yeah,
they
they
do. So congrats. Like 7K hadn't a very good game and couldn't start.
And Zeno will get that kill. KS from a mile away. Look where the rest of PC9 is. Going to go for the spread out. Will be able to take him down. So Zeno with the place. Push in. Manshak pushes in. Should be able to see him. And will be able to get this kill. At least finish off the kill. And Manshar with a very good mid starts it off. And right, another player coming in from the HQ squad. But he gets eliminated as well. He gets dropped on his knees. And Manshar should be able to get another kill here. In for Karen. He's actually low cut. And HQ gets eliminated at... Is actually on the second floor. They're going to push out. Major is there, but he gets double teamed up. Major gets dropped. There's another double team coming in as Messi wants to provide support as well. He wants to try to take those kills. Going to push back downstairs. They get the kill up on UN, and UN will be dropped here. Nicely done for SMP, just nailing them to the wall. Just came back down. Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. My name is Win, along with AJ will be your casters for today, and thanks to our official sponsor Vivo as well. So if you want uninterrupted and seamless gaming, the Vivo V17 Pro is the one for you. And if you do like the stream and you do like PUBG Mobile esports in general, do follow and like this not do follow and like, do subscribe and hit that notification button, making sure that you get notifications whenever the stream comes online, because there's 7 regions being played here on this very stream, AJ.
And also, if you like the game and enjoy watching it, why not just give it a try? Basically, go on Google Play or App Store, download it for free. It's free, guys. It's free, right?
Definitely free.
It's free. Just go and give it a try. Like in the worst situation, you're just gonna waste 10 minutes. In the worst situation that you don't like it, just give it a try. Maybe you like it, and you're gonna be the one. Maybe 1 year later.
It's gonna take some time for you to learn the game, but there's a lot of other modes that you can try it and kick it off. So it's a fun game to play for all around. So you guys make sure that you hit the subscribe button and make sure that you go and download the game as well, so you guys can get into it and kind of understand what's happening right now. So what's happening right now is ABS just won their first game of the day, and ABS played fantastically as well, as AJ once said. So AJ, just kind of breeze through what happened in the last game.
So basically, last game, it was a pretty rude in your language. It's a pretty rude circle we got there.
Very rude.
Basically, the circle ended up on the northwest of the map. Early on, with 50% of the circle in the water. Like there's basically no room for you to play. Your options were teared down, and everybody had to fight their way basically into the circle. Everywhere you went, there was somebody already camping or already claimed their territory, or there was a line of defense just to fight you back. So it wasn't easy to get in the circle. And when you just counter other teams and you engage other teams, even though you win, you basically get another team trying to get into the circle as well. So you have to keep fighting and fighting on. So it was pretty rude, and we'll come back to that later on. But we're gonna move into Miramar next map. When, take it away.
Yep, Miramar, one of the bigger maps. I think one of the maps that you don't usually meet out with each other very, very soon, because I think the name of the game usually on Miramar is get yourself some vehicles and then just establish yourself on one of the hills, especially after you've farmed up, you looted up very, very early on.
Yep.
So you do not want to really fight, you kind of want to establish yourself. This is another route pilot. What the heck is going on with the pilots?
What's going on with Middle Eastern group?
Are these like Malaysian pilots? Why are you so rude?
We're not getting the routes today are not normal. They're normal, but they're not so friendly, because they basically limits your choices. And after this, if you get if you get a circle, which was like last round, maybe this time the circle's gonna be on the northern east side of the map, which nobody's gonna get there by just falling. So everybody's just gonna try to get there. But yeah. Let's. I'm just hoping for a normal circle, please God, just give us a normal circle. I'm not asking too much, but give us a chance to play this game normally.
Yeah, hopefully so that it will be normal. But a lot of the teams are already congested towards El Pozo here. We have seen at least 3 teams at El Pozo here, so that should be fun to watch. But at the same time, MBZ already knows that a couple of teams are close by to them, so they do not want to take this fight. KUP also very close towards another team, so that team has since evacuated this place, and KUP will be left to their own devices. So again, this the name of the game in Miramar is to okay, never mind. AMX in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, MX is gonna get basically haunted. Is actually down to count upstairs to if he's gonna get a chance to fight back. If he gets some guns to basically put a little bit pressure on MT right there, he may get a chance. And is B50 gonna get out of there? Is he? yes, no,
Yeah, he
yes.
tries so.
All right,
so
so
guess
we got
getting shot as well by Quiet.
yeah. So quiet right there is what we were saying. Like if he gets a gun, which he does, he could make some like support fire on it, cover firing, and giving a little bit of what's it called?
Suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire and get a little pressure on the other team, so helping his teammate a lot more.
Yeah, but B52 has been lost there, whatever
Yes.
it is. They kind of landed on the same place. They just kind of got overrun there.
So we're having a lot of problem. Like we have 3 teams in El Pozo. We have 3 teams also in Picado. We have 2 teams on the route to which we don't know where to. They're just looking for some place to go. we got a pretty crowded jumps today.
Yeah, this pretty crowded circle as it seems, because a lot of the teams are already, all of the teams are already inside the circle except for one team, Team 46 or 46 Loot. So the rest of them are already inside the circle, and it's highly congested here, especially at the main towns, Pecado and Monte Nuevo. So they have to be careful in this fight. But as it stands, though, the rest of them are getting into vehicles that are not ABS. Abstruse are getting into their vehicles and trying to run the heck out of there. iKurd is there along with executors, very close towards each other. But for the meantime, they do not want to fight here. But iKurd, all of them have vantage point. They are sitting on the 4th floor, and executors right now are just shooting onto them.
Yeah, basically is just giving them impression. The thing is, you always like if you have 2 teams normally in the same place, you need to give them always a little bit pressure, right? You need to give them pleasure, like let them rethinking when they see someone basically making a flank, or still when they want to spray down to others, make them rethink. If you like don't give them any suppress fire, or you don't basically give them any
Yeah, you have to establish your presence there in the map, right?
Yes, like basically you need to give them a little bit hard time actually.
You kind of have to scare them a little bit from kind of engaging onto you, so that you can continue looting up that place. So that's one of the things that this team has to watch out for, just to make sure that you establish your presence on towards the map, making sure that nobody pushes onto you, especially that iKurd spraying back onto its clown. So because of it, they are kind of scared to engage here. So Lao's actually farming it up, Demon's actually looting up as well. So I think they're going to just loot up and then get together and then start pushing in.
Yep. We have Loot 46, the only team except APS were not in the circle. We have also Elite Ali over here in near actually Los Lunos. Basically everybody is still in the looting phase. So again, the special thing about this map is basically you're getting a lot of terrains, and also you're getting no covers. So this is the only problem with this map. And here we have iKurd right here with utilities coming in, making that cross, trying to flank around, because basically the southern side of Picado, they have already looted, and there's basically no vehicle for them to actually Clown is gonna be taken out by iKurd right there. So already executors have lost one of their players, which is Clown, which is the main scout.
Yep, and that's not looking good for executors. Not the start that they were looking for. Of course, they were trying to engage onto iKurd, but this time around, iKurd turns back to slay down Clown, and executors, I think they're trying to regroup here. As you can see, there's another player that's a little bit further apart on the eastern side. He has a vehicle, and it looks like he wants to maybe run out of there. He wants to pick up Demon and just get out of there.
It should be a fallback right there. Lou is going to pick him up. Oh, Demon is not going to be picked up. He's just going to steal the last vehicle. Maybe, not the last vehicle, but they're going to steal 3 vehicles. So on this map, you're going to need a lot of vehicles, because first, like it's a pretty open map. So in this open map, for example, right now, everybody's gonna try to land some shots on you. So your car is going to take a lot of damages. That's the first thing. And if you don't have enough cars, your first car is gonna break, and you have to go by like you have to continue on foot, which is not the best idea because in this map there's no cover at all. So if you continue on foot, you can easily get picked up from long range or get third party. A lot of things can happen to you if you don't get a good positioning on this map. So we have the circle, which if anybody's wondering, on the west south side of the map, which is like finally we get the normal circle with the route, which is basically a friendly circle we have here. We have MOS moving into actually Los Leones, basically becoming neighbors with Elite, and SY over here still in El Pozo with their friendly neighborhood VT Vendettas. So they both are there, and we have another team also on the run, ABS, which they won the last round with a quite stunning, like it was a little bit surprising, but anything can happen. Like on PUBG esport, anything could happen.
Yep.
So everything is quite so well. So when?
Yeah, it's turning out very quiet here. There was a little bit of a scuffle very early on between, I think, iKurd and EXE. They've lost EXE, one player of EXE. That's it.
Oh, we got an airdrop and an 8x scope. So that's pretty good. That's very dope. Like if you get like 8x scope, if I'm not mistaken, was reduced again on last season, right?
Reduced?
Yeah, like they spawn a lot less more.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whatever it is, the AX and the 6X is very potent on this map. Oh, if Rafic all alone here, he drives by, knows that AFX is there, and straight away like, I don't want to take part in this game. So long, goodbye, and as the Italians say,
I'm out.
Ciao.
Ciao. And also after he being the decoy, we see other teammates making a little bit like, oh, we're not taking that chances again. So basically, yeah, they're out. And we got MOS here with their friendly neighbors Elite. So far, so good. They haven't contacted yet. But the problem right there was basically, I'm not sure actually if MOS is aware of the members of where the members of Elite is. Like if they run like that in the middle of the road, they can easily get surprised by Elite. And here we have 963 actually fighting with MBZ. We see Hamas already taking some damage, and Hamas is basically in a bad position right now because all the his teammates are basically on the southern side of the road. For us, it's north. If you like, from the point of view of viewers, they are basically us, but southern side of map. And if MBZ want that kill on Hamas, they can basically just go into like killing Hamas, and they can easily just falling back and getting out of there.
Yep, Hamza throwing back a nade. Of course, it will not connect. MBZ is right there. It looks like they're rolling in from behind here. 963 wants to get a kill up on Maxi first. They're rolling in with 3 players here, but Maxi's on the second floor. He's up above. They see him, but somehow he gets the advantage. He won't be able to drop down Welly. 4v3 situation here. 1 by 1, 963 are dropping like flies. This is not the fight they were looking for. They rushed in, but it might be a huge mistake as 47 will be able to take that one more. Maybe, could be, should be. Yes, he will be able to do so. 963 gets eliminated at 16th place.
So early on the game, not quite what they were looking for if they were trying to make it into the finals.
What a roll that they drove into the mouth of the dragon, right? Not the thing that you should be doing.
The problem is lack of information, right? If they knew there was somebody on that building, they certainly wouldn't choose just to go straight in, right? The most important thing in PUBG is you need, it's a war. It's basically war. When you're in war, information is the key, because if you get as much as information you get, if you get a lot more information, so you can calculate your risks, you can calculate what's gonna happen, and you can understand the game better and understand the situation better. When understanding those and calculating, you basically can make choices which will basically
impact your decision.
Yeah,
Right?
impact decision and lower the chances you need to take. Again, you already are taking a lot of chances when the circles are spawning in. You already are like basically gambling. There's enough gambling in PUBG already because the game style the PUBG is the circles spawning randomly. So you already have chances that you can't control, but what you can control is the chances you're gonna take. So getting as much as information you can is also very important in PUBG.
Yeah, very, very important. The name of the game is of course information, but Satan has been dropped here by the players from MiliTaryB. Finally, we see a little bit more action for MiliTaryB as they get a kill or they get a knock on Satan. But again, they can finish him off. Satan is very far away from his
They're making
teammates.
sure, right?
They're making sure. Now the rest of them are coming in, but very, very slowly here. The rest of 46 are there. They're on top of the other hill. So slowly they want to converge onto this, but it looks like MiliTaryB knows where they are. They're going to shoot on towards them. MiliTaryB getting shot a little bit, but Hazim doing a lot of good work. He does a lot of damage, but he gets sniped from behind. Awi with a shot. Now they can pick him up here with another smoke being deployed. But it looks like MTV wants to go firing on all cylinders here. They want to pick up another teammate, maybe could be, should be. And they want to get in towards the car. It looks like they want to rush this out, but they have to be careful because 46 is looking and they have the vantage point as well.
Right, so we're seeing utilities coming in.
Oh, they're running away, never mind.
Alright, so we got executors here looking pretty good on the first map. We're seeing like they may be coming back, but didn't quite go well on their second map. So this is the third map. Let's see how they're gonna deal with this situation they have. So early on the game, they already have lost Clown, the member, like the scout, the main scout of their team. So they are one player less, and if they're gonna take fights, they're basically increasing their chances of getting elimination. But also, offense is normally on this map the best defense. Declaring your territory and like drawing that line of defense is pretty important. And like, we're not saying like don't fight, we're just saying don't take necessary risks.
Yeah, non-necessary risk is the name of the game. Do not take it because those are the ones that get you down, and those are the ones that get you knocked. As Golden Boy gets sniped a little bit here in this situation, but he should be good to go. And that's the circle on towards the eastern side of the map, or the eastern side of Monte Nuevo, on towards the southern side of Pecado, on top of Sumachera. So it's in between all of these towns, and they have a very good crossroad right in between there. So it might be a lot of these teams who have to expose themselves to fight, right? MBZ along with SR, SY, very, very close towards each other here. They're trying to fight it out, but Maxi is hiding behind the terrain as well. So SYR still pretty much okay here in this situation. MiliTaryB and not MiliTaryB, I think it's something Madness or MBZ Falcons, sorry. MBZ Falcons are now pushing in through towards SYR as well. MBZ Falcons, they have the advantage, they have 4 men strong as well. Very circular here. The nade comes flying out, will not connect. Slowly but surely they're pushing in, but they've lost already Boom Higa here in this situation, and they're getting pushed in as well. But somehow Script will get one more kill. 1v1 exchange here, but he gets dropped as well, and the nade comes flying out, does a lot of damage here, but they are taken out one by one. MBZ left with one more play. 47 wants to commit to this fight. Will be able to take down R and M, but he's all alone. He will be able to pick up his teammate here, but he's getting overrun, and from the side he will be taken out. MBZ, so long and good night.
And ended up in the 15th place, getting eliminated on 15th place. MBZ Falcons are not doing well, man. If they keep on going like doing like this, and if they don't find a way out of the situation they have a pretty low score. So if they don't make a huge win on next map, they're basically gonna get eliminated towards the first round of eliminations.
So iKurd, between iKurd and SNT, they've already taken down one of the players. iKurd's been playing pretty well in this last few days, but again, taking back into consideration that today they haven't been playing that good. I think he's just playing kind of normal here, kind of mid-table.
Playing normal Oh, we got
yes, he finally sees
executors.
another team here. Will be able to spray him down, but SYR will be able to run away from here. There's another car coming in as well. Rafic does not want to commit here because he sees another car coming in from the side. He's waiting for the Groza to pass first. Now he's going to go in for the spray down. Groza will be able to hide behind the terrain. Now it's going to be too far for Rafic to kind of commit to this fight, especially because Rafic does not see anybody else, does not want to overcommit and overstep his boundaries and then get third party in as well.
So, well, we got the next circle coming in, and it started slowly to shrink. It's a pretty good circle. It's not the best circle you can hope because there's a high terrain on the southern side of the map, and also a high terrain on the north side. So you can see two teams trying to snipe each other from long range, but also teams which are in the middle are going to have a bad time because they're gonna easily get sandwiched and get sniped from different places. And a great nade from VT does connect and takes out Hamas, also dealing a huge amount of damage onto Moment. And here have Ball, we have great games from their ABS fighting with VT. That grenade connects and deals huge amount of damage. ABS with the second, and it does also connect and trying to rush in and flanking from the right, but in not the best situation and not the best position you can get right now.
Yeah, Molten is in a lot of trouble. Two players coming in for him, but it's actually
where's his
Lord, I'm not too sure where they are at. He's all alone, hiding behind the bus here. Will be going in for the spray, and he's going to explode very, very soon. He's still hiding behind the bus. Will be able to drop down Molten onto his knees. Nicely done, and ABS Lord will be pushing in. Double kill for him. Suddenly getting both of them down. We'll be able to finish off both of these plays for Venera, who did get the first winning chicken of the day, but right now it's not looking too great for Vendetta at all.
Vendetta losing two members earlier in this game. As we said, normally teams which have two which our four-man squad, they basically like to establish a line of defense, which needs them to basically spread off their defenses when getting rushed by a full-on team, or when like sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes your aim just get a little bit off, and when those things come in, you're gonna have a hard time recovering from that. And VTX actually getting a little bit revenge back to Loot 46, taking two of their players already knocked down, and VTX, the third knockdown comes in, so it's basically 2 versus 1 situation. But here we have Loot 46 trying to revenge, and the grenade comes in. Is it gonna connect? They just don't want to know, they don't want to look back because the circle has already started to get small. Getting some energy drinks right there, and we have SNT right here basically committing to a lower end with the circle. This position has a little bit problem, which is if the next circle doesn't spawn in their favor, they're gonna have a hard time getting out of there. And when
SYR in a lot of trouble as iKurd is pushing into them, at RNM is in from behind the wall. He should be spotted right here, and Kawan comes in for the skill. Will be able to clear him down. And that will be all she wrote as SYR gets dropped here at 12th place.
Alright, back to the situation here we have on SNT. So the simplest thing that SNT is stealing, they got RAZE behind them. They can easily third party. We got KI here, which knows they're right there, right? So we got Loot 46 getting eliminated by VT. Vendetta does get that revenge for his teammates. And great spray from Ninja over here, but didn't get the chance to actually make any damage. But if that critical goes up, which does, knocks down one more player, and we have iKurd over there with a double nade, kicking 2. Oh, 3! Oh my god, everything is like so missing right now.
Yeah, there's just havoc everywhere. As you can see, the top side of the circle there, everybody just fighting it off. They're quite close to each other as Elite getting pushed back by iKurd. Elite has lost one more player already, and iKurd just pushing in very, very fast. And Elite will be eliminated just as fast as Elite
great execution right
defense.
there, right? You
Yep.
need, like, if you stay on the same page and you know your calculation and you do it just right, that's what you get. Great execution. The elements of surprise and the element of also rushing in is pretty important when dealing in the situation, especially when you know you already knocked one or two of their members down. That's now or never ball. And also iKurd needed that rush, and that was a close call. Maybe stealing one line. He got one shot landed, but didn't steal the kill. So from Amar right now, so he's trying to weaken the team, but is it the best choice for him just to start shooting right there? Because, well, you're giving your position away, right? You know someone's near, and you are actually a two-man squad for in that position, so you can easily get backstab or you can just get wiped out. And here we have Coop, Hakar, basically trying to land those sprays. He does get one spray down, and he does get one kill. And yeah, pretty good spray actually from Hakar right there, getting shots quite top using that first kit. You can see actually he got the level 3 helmet and level 2 grenade, and AMX does get finished off, ended up in the 5th place today. Not quite what are they, and iKurd actually Ravan is on a kill strike with 5 kills. So you can see Ravan right here trying to move up, sees the opportunity, does spray but does get sprayed down, but he should be able to be picked up later on.
Oh, but might hold that thought because KUP players are getting shot as well here, left, right, and center. Back to Amar here, very good position to take down a couple of kills here from the kill. Kurd is one squad. He's spraying down into the smoke, but he has to make haste because the circle is not in his favor. He has to kind of turn back and go to a more defensive position. But Amar, as he jumps back into the circle, will be taken out. And GRM coming in from behind as well to provide support or to try and take down the players from KI1. But he's going to hide behind the tree lines for the meantime, waiting for them to appear.
Not the best idea to do in this map, because
he's very exposed there in that situation.
But you need to take your chances, right?
Yep. He does get one though. That's really, really good. He's coming in from behind of KI1. But that would be Aussie Road. I think they should be knowing where he's at. And yep, he gets taken out by Zico there. So in that situation, he was all alone.
So far, so good. Pretty good from Golden Boy, getting 2 knockdowns. That's a perfect play. If they have some items, those items or grenades may do a pretty well job. But MGRB right here, surviving, and he may get a small kill, which he does, and kills Ninja right there, earning 1 more point from that. But he does get eliminated right there, ending up in the 4th place. And iKurd MRC get a grenade and knocks down another player. So basically it's a 3v4v1 situation. Kurd is one may not be able to pick his teammate up right there because it's too risky. Yep. I think he's just gonna let it go, but he can also risk it. It's totally different thing.
This is the only thing that I'm seeing here. Here is the battle of the Kurds, because there's 3 Kurd teams right now still very much alive.
True.
It's a Kurd battle because everybody...
Who's the better Kurd?
Yeah, who's the better Kurd right now in this situation? But as you can see the numbers here, Kurd up team and iKurd both have 4 players up. Kurd East One only has 1 player up.
Smoke's coming in. Yep. Oh, we see the comment. There's going to be a commitment made by iKurd here because Coop have the better place for the next circle. So iKurd is pretty much gonna commit to this push. Are they going to win or not is basically we're gonna know it in like maybe 10 more seconds, and that's it.
Yeah, Kurd this one still has 2 more players as they pick him up, but Kurd up has already launched a shack. They're returning fire here. 4v4 situation becoming a 3v3 situation as Kawan pushes through as well. Will throw the smoke to try and save his friend here in this situation, but somehow they can't really reach each other. But Kurd this one is actually from behind. Will be able to be taken out by Rawan there. Rawan with a double kill down. Holy smoke, it's actually Golden Boy who gets those kills, but somehow it's still very much good for them because they cleared out Kurd is one. Now it's between iKurd and of course Kurd up. They were fighting it off, 4v4 situation. And
they were able to actually pick him up, but let's see if what. So this is a pretty bad situation they have. Right now Nike has a better position because that car has blown up. That's basically so 4v4 situation. Who's your bet here?
I would say it's on Kurd up team because they look like they have the better positioning, especially because Golden Boy can just flank around them or just have vantage point around them. But right now the first kill in, Freak gets the first kill up on the Man C. He will be dropped here. 4v3 situation. Another player is getting taken out. iKurd team, iKurd team, dropping like flies one by one, but somehow they still survive with one more player. Is 9 KIL is all alone here. He stands out, but they know where he's at.
And it does get the screen. It's a 1v1 situation right now. Golden Play and 9key. Who's gonna be the better player right here?
Golden Boy has the advantage here because he was the one that's jumping around. He has the opportunity to see them, and KI1 already takes out another player. He should be good to go here as the Golden Boy is coming in from the side. It's a 1v1.
He doesn't have. He has no idea where's Golden Boy right now. Golden Boy right now has the element of surprise, basically because now he does get spouted out. So the circle is closing in, and unluckily for 9kill, the circle has basically end up in the position of the Golden Boy.
Okay, 25 times 9. He wants to go rushing in. It's iKurd's opportunity here to get the sign, and Golden Boy gets a strike. No, Golden Boy gets a kill. Holy smokes! What a reverse opportunity there. Golden Boy had all the advantage in the world, but somehow he loses at the end. Oh, sorry, he wins it at the end. But oh my God, iKurd. Again, they had the opportunity there, but they lost 3 players very, very fast.
Right.
And then Kurd up just went in for the kill. Golden Boy coming in from the side, though. That was really, really good.
And actually, we got highlights coming in. Let's see what we got today from this match. So basically, everybody spawned in pretty it was not the best defense, but the super was pretty nice. And here we got the first execution from actually 963, which ended up badly because of the lack of information they got. So they got swapped out, and MBZ right here going for that double kill coming up and getting also sprayed down, but also ending up MBZ winning that fight.
Yeah, 1 by 1. Again, this map is really unforgiving here in most of the situation, because every single time that you engage upon someone, you are exposed from your back, from your sides, and from all fronts. And because of it, they're getting third party very, very much.
And there was the beautiful play from ABS Lord, 1v2 situation and winning that.
Yep, and this is Curtis one who survived for the longest time here. They got themselves 2 players into the final circle, so that was very, very good from them. But unfortunately, they lost because they were the only 2 players, and this is the final kill here, or the final seconds of the game. As 9K1 pushes through, and Golden Boy got the slay down on him because Golden Boy had the opportunity. They didn't really have to move, and the last player, I think 25 times 9, was the one that's pushing through. And then he just kind of fought Golden Boy. Actually, I got the mistake that I thought 25-9 had the opportunity to win that fight because Golden Boy didn't really move and he had the line of sight, but Golden Boy just quick on the trigger, turns back, got the kill, and then it was their game to win.
We're seeing pretty good plays from Golden Boy, but you know what's the interesting part about? Watch the scoreboard coming up next, because in my calculation, actually iKurd's gonna get the higher points because of the kills they got.
Here he comes. Could be right, but okay. Just quite close. Pretty close. 33 points for Kurd team here. Total points, 13 kills for them. But iKurd with 17, as Aegis just said, they have a lot of kill points here, with making them 31 points. RAZE follows up with 15 points with 7 kills. But that would be all she wrote for that.
And Vendetta over here, not a good placement point, not a lot of kills right there, and it was 6 points in total. Good 46. No kills at all. They need to pick up their game.
Yeah, there's 6 teams that doesn't have any kills. SNT, 46 Loop, Mixed Out, Abstruse, and of course 963 Squad. Abstruse is the one that stands out there because they were the favorites to come into this game, but unfortunately we haven't really seen them at all.
Yeah, they're like, something's happening right there which we don't know. And we have the total scoreboard, still the real deal, and IRAQI Squad are the top 2 fries, but iKurd basically, and Kurd Squad and Vendetta and Kurd up team catching up, securing that 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place, and 6th place of today's matches.
Yep, the Kurds are slowly making up or turning up in strides here because they played fantastically in the final circle, right?
Yep.
iKurd only had, sorry, not iKurd. I think Kurd is one. Kurd is one. Is the one. The Kurd is one. I think is the one that had the opportunity to come in to wiggle themselves into the circle with 2 more players, but they got taken out in number 3. And then it was between iKurd and Kurd up, and then I think iKurd could have done better in that situation, right?
Like iKurd, the problem with iKurd was they were trying to third party, right? But the problem, here we have the kill leaderboard. iKurd 9 key, which we've seen a lot of kills, getting that 21 kill. If he gets 4 more kills, he is going to end up the same kills with IRAQI score. 1 more kill, he's gonna be the leaderboard. So back to where we're saying. So first of all, great play from Kurd is up right there. But as you were saying, not iKurd, which was the third party.
Kurd is one.
Kurd is one. Kurd is one had the chance, but they were 2 mess wrong, right? They had 2 players. So there's a total difference between 2 player and 1 player. There's not a much difference between 2 players and 3 players, but there is a big difference between 2 players again with 4 players. So it's 3 stages: 1 player, 2 player, and 4 players, right? So the thing is, they were 2 players. And we've seen games that 2 players can win over 4 players, right? So if they commit, like let's say they committed to, all right, let's lay low. They can do the math, right? There are 3 teams, right? They see the numbers up there because there are 2 persons, and they have the most information. They know how many other teams. So they could lay low for a while, and after some fights are coming in, then they can go and strike in, maybe securing second places. Like a lot of teams we see, maybe they don't have a chance to get the first spot, but they have the chance to backstab another team and securing the second place for them, for the teammates.
I think the only problem with that is that they didn't have any cover. They should have thrown a couple of smokes first, right, by themselves sometime, but they were out in the open, and then iKurd saw them on the right side between them and Kurd up, and then they just took the opportunity to take them down first. But if they had smokes there, I think they could have wiggled themselves way in, because Kurd up would have been fighting with iKurd.
Again, a lot of ways to play this game. So that was basically it. And
we will be going for a short break. When we return, we'll be map 4 here at PMCO. There's actually a player right beside him.
He may not.
He's going to check in, but he's not loading. Can he get this kill? We will be able to drop Ray as well. Nicely done from Ghost Camp. And he's going to turn him to the pen to get that pen kill, adding insult to injury.
Gets this win right here. Yes, they do. So congrats. Like 7K hadn't a very good game and good start.
And Zeno will get that kill. KS from a mile away. Look where the rest of CC9 is. Going to go for the spread out. We'll be able to take him down. So Zeno with the plays. Push in, Manshark pushes in. Should be able to see him. And we'll be able to get this kill. At least finish off the kill. And Manshar with a very good mid starts it off. And another player coming in from the HQ squad. But he gets eliminated as well. He gets dropped on his knees. And Manshar should be able to get another kill here. In for Karen. He's actually low cut. And HQ gets eliminated at... It's actually on the second floor. They're going to push out. Majo is there, but he gets double teamed up. Majo gets dropped. There's another double team coming in as Messi wants to provide support as well. He wants to try to take those kills. Going to push back downstairs. They get the kill up on UN, and UN will be dropped here. Nicely done for SMP, just nailing them to the wall. Just came back down. Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. My name Win, along with AJ, will be your casters for the day, and our title sponsors being Vivo. And before I forget, brings you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance, and here comes the glorious chicken dinner. So thanks again for joining us, and if you do like the stream, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, making sure that you get the notifications as well. That bell has to be rung so that you can watch all the 7 regions that we'll be playing on this very stream. So remember, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the PUBG Mobile Esports channel.
Also, if you love the game, just simply go on Google Play or App Store, click the download, it's free, and get started and start playing PUBG. Maybe someday you'll be the next one to get the championship.
Yep, it could be you, it could be you, it could be you. That's the point of this. So thanks again for joining us. It was a very good game the last time around. It was the War of the Kurds.
Yes.
3 Kurds was fighting it out in 3-way Mexican standoff. It was very fun to watch as well. But unfortunately, only one Kurd will stand up tall and will be Kurd up. So it was nicely done from them. Golden Boy winning that in a 1v1 situation, although it was very fun because it was a 4v4 situation and then it turned out to be 1v1.
Yeah, like that's you know, that's the most fascinating thing about esports, right? That's what fascinates you. Like, PUBG is a little bit different than other games because anything could happen due to the situation you have, right? Yeah. Like, if it was 4v1 at first, then like you get the double spray down. After that, you get some utility scene, grenades coming in, and all that. It just makes the game so much better, so good. And that's why you're basically watching the stream right now.
Yep, the essence of the game is a lot of fun. That's the essence of it.
Right.
There's a lot of things that happens inside the game itself, so that's fun to watch. But whatever it is, Kurd up, kudos to them. Fantastic win, although it was a 1v1 situation. Yep. Kind of got iffy in the end there. Kind of got very, very scary, but they won the game nonetheless. So
again, enough like chit-chatting, right? It's going to be our next map, and I want to talk about a little bit about scoreboarding right now. So we got today's group is basically group B and D, right? So we got teams catching up onto the third place, like basically dominating the leaderboard from third place to 7th place, right? So what I'm wishing right now, so seeing at least one of the teams making to the top place or the second place.
Yeah.
So it's more like we see some, because tomorrow we're gonna see all these teams getting switched up again. So they're gonna fight. Like, it's basically gonna go around.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be more interesting when seeing seeing groups that haven't fighted yet to go on each other and see who's the better one, and seeing, because a lot of times when new teams meet, they know what's gonna happen, so they basically are going to be more passive about it. So yeah, let's see what happens on this map.
Yeah, so we're back with Erangel. Of course, this is one of the maps that we use to gauge everything that happens inside the game itself, or to understand your opponents. And this is the map to do so. So we're back with Erangel. It was first Erangel, and then we're back with it. We went to Vikendi for a while, had a look to Miramar, and then we're back to Erangel where the map started it off. So I think whatever it is, the teams have gotten control of their gameplay, have had a little bit more understanding of their opponents, and now being back here, I think a lot of these teams will be fighting very, very early on because they already know the hot drops, the places that the other opponents is. Because at the first game that we saw, a lot of these teams congested one area of the map. Because the MiliTaryB had a couple of teams there and then they had to run away. I think it was iKurd, if I'm not mistaken. And here comes again another root pilot. I'm not too sure why every single time I cast, the pilot is very, very rude. And the plane is very weird, but you see at least 3 teams dropping on towards Sanoska MiliTaryB. Make it 4 as 46, MTV, EXE is all in there. And I think along with one more thing, I think it's mixed up as well in there in the Sanoska MiliTaryB. This is exactly what happened in the first game, but this time around, maybe do they make the decision to fight, or do they make the decision to run away like they did in the first game?
Because when you're falling down, basically that's like where are the other teams going. So right there, Bay area. Got teams are actually, I think they're just gonna go for the fight right there. We have MBC X47 getting that bike and trying to go to the military power. I think I'm not sure if he's going to go for Maita power station, but let's see later on. And we have the first kill, or first knockdown at least, coming in, and it's make it the first kill.
Yep. The first blood has been drawn, and 963 gets that first kill. So, fantastic start, I think, for them, or just a little bit unlucky for their opponents, I think, there.
Yes.
Kind of course, this thing is kind of a hot drop. Sometimes you kind of kill the scouts first.
Yep.
The scouts is a problem right now because sometimes they drop a little bit further away from each other, and then to get information, sometimes to get vehicles. But the problem is sometimes when they drop, they're getting surrounded because they're all alone, and you cannot really establish yourself there when you're all alone.
And here we have Majid. And VT we out, right? So we still got, oh, here comes the scoreboard. We can watch it again. So we got iKurd and Kurd got Vendetta, Kurd Op team. Basically all of these teams are from group B and D, basically dominating from third place to fifth place. So one of these teams, like, doesn't matter. You can see iKurd only needs to get 2 more basic kills to be on second place, or Kurd score maybe like 10 more kills, which we've seen them done that, and maybe some placement points if, like, for example, iKurd gets a second place, which is 14 points, and maybe 10 kills, and that basically is going to make them to the top leaderboard.
Yep, that will cement them up there, as AJ just said. Nail in the coffin, but AM does spot out one player coming in from Vendetta. He turns back. Vendetta does, or has gotten themselves a winner with chicken dinner today, but this time around they will be playing against Arab Madness, and Arab Madness has not been has been very quiet throughout these games though.
Yeah, like we are always seeing them fighting early on the stages, which basically, so the game which Arab Madness is playing, they need they always go like it is like it's all in. Normally for them it's all in. They are into the game of all in. They're saying, all right, we're gonna take this down, or we're not. All right, we're gonna give all we got, and if we do, like, the good part about this playstyle is you're getting hyped and you're getting confidence, right? Right? If you win a fight against another team, especially if that team is actually like dominating the game, you basically get your name up there and you earn confidence. It's pretty important about in this game, like, confidence. When you get a lot of confidence, of course you may get a little bit let's say some bad words like cocky. Yeah, but also when you get confidence, you execute much better and much faster. So sometimes teams hesitate, of course, especially on Middle Eastern teams. We can surely see, like, execution coming in. For example, Loot 46, like after they're winning their first round, like, you've seen them, like, basically executing one after another. Why they're so successful? Because after execution is straight up and there's no hesitation in it, there's no second thought about it. It's just go for it. So when you get that, it's basically you get the element of a surprise of close quarters and the element of basically the element of horrifying, actually.
Horrifying element. That's one way to put it from AJ. Yep, you can do that as well. Close quarters combat is the name of the game. So right now they're gonna push in is Elite against ABS. Elite checking out the houses first, and ABS jumps in from the sides, and Kara will be dropped on his knees straight away, finished off. But because of it, Saleh pushes out, and Saleh will be shot on his knees as well. So 1-for-1 exchange so far, but Saleh's only been dropped, but only been knocked here. 4v3 situation. Slowly they're pushing back in, but slowly ABS is just pulling back out of there. They don't want to take this fight, or they want to
it's gonna be hard.
here.
It's gonna be hard for actually Elite right here, because they basically have no items to recover from that fight. They have no bandages. Maybe I think that was their last medkit that year. Sir Giant here was actually no health at all, and nothing, not even bandages to basically heal himself up. So if actually Lord right here rushes in and lands every single shot, him himself can basically finish this fight. And we've seen Lord on other maps going through like 1v2 situation or worse like 1v3 and still able to win those fights.
Yeah, ABS already got himself one chicken dinner today.
Yes.
It was in the second game on Vikendi as well. So I think that's pretty much very, very good from them. But so far, and this bigger map is it's been very, very slow now. They're throwing a couple of smokes up onto Saleh to just kind of blind him from pushing out. And Lord, see, they're playing it very, very passively, but they're establishing a line of defense where Saleh can't really push out. Now Elite's going to push back in, but Lord is on the other side. And they're going to be reverting to more defensive position behind the houses for the meantime. Elite a little bit uncertain whether they want to push this because they do not know or do not have the information on where Hulat is. But from the side, it's actually Kurd just watching them, waiting for them to pounce. And Kurd will be able to shoot a couple of them down. It's actually Lord very, very low here in this situation. Kurd just spraying them down whatever he sees. But Lord already jumps himself in towards the house, so he should be safe for the meantime. Only has the boost though, that's a problem. Now it's going to be dropped here, a little bit of heal, and we'll be able to bandage out.
And here's the situation we have. Why are we seeing these two teams actually going for the 5? So ABS right now is basically on the corner of the city, so they need to loot, right? But they got nowhere to go. They got no vehicles behind them. If they go on foot, they're gonna get stabbed behind. So on the other hand, Elite right here has the upper hand because they know ABS, if want to win this game, they need to push up. They're okay with it. They can fall back and find a vehicle and get after there. But ABS couldn't. They're gonna eat blues if they seriously want that. And that said, they're also in the circle, so nobody is basically gonna come this far north of the city, so they are pretty sure that they're not gonna get third party. So this is the game of patience right now for these two teams. We're just gonna see them how like it's gonna go off. So Elite right here with his M4A1 is basically sorry, not M4A1, 416 right here. He's basically gonna just wait it out. He's gonna be he has the best position right now. He has basically he sees the left corner of the side and he has his teammate on the right side and also one more player far left of the city. So right now they can completely have the information of the movements of FPS. In that state, you can watch the mini map upgrade. They have already one player going back there, looting more things to come back to fight with.
Yep, that's certainly true. So ABS is in a lot of trouble there, but somehow they will be able to survive for the meantime. But look at this. Arab Madness will be able to spot up Vendetta here. Vendetta.
No idea.
4 of them, yeah, they have no idea.
Some idea.
Oh, they have an inkling of where the players are,
much.
But I think they're a little bit still uncertain whether the team Arab Madness is still up there. But not. It looks like ABS will try to push their way in here. They want to play it a little bit more aggressive. They put a lot out front, but Elite is on the second floor as well, so they have to be careful. Actually, Arcade is on the other side of the map, and the other side of the house. So it means that if once they start crossing towards the other side, Husat might be shot here.
So it's basically right now what you're seeing is a game of chess, right? It's basically a game of chess. If you move too much forward, you're gonna. Oh, we see some plays, but that's not the best position right there because.
Oh, the nade though. Pula gets dropped. Nicely done by Kurd. He takes down one. Now they're gonna try and push, but Lord is still behind the wall. Saleh's gonna push in. I don't think he knows that there's one play behind the wall. Now he knows the play. I think he jumps for it, and Kurd will be
get the shot.
Well, Lord still very much alive here. He's trying to run away from this fight. He's going to jump out. He sees a couple of other players right behind the wall. He wants to go in for the fight, but he doesn't know how to get into. There's no access here. He sees one more player from the crack in the wall, but he's going to turn back the other side. He drops down very, very low to rate HP. Does not have any healing item, and they're rushing onto him. They know where he's at. They're going to try to turn around the car to be able to get the kill, and ABS will be dropped by Elite very, very fast here. Nicely done with the start from that grenade from Kurd.
BT just got themselves a AWM, pretty dangerous weapon, a level 3 helmet and a level 3 bag, and followed by a level 3 armor. So basically Vendetta has a pretty good situation. They got the airdrop, and with ABS being eliminated, so one more less opponent, strong opponents left to deal with later on in the end game. Looking at the school, we got SNT having some classes. You can see one of the team members are basically I'm listening. Oh, we got a close call battles right here.
Yep, KI1. I'm not too sure who is closest towards them. Is that the RAZE team?
Yeah, it's RAZE. RAZE is basically next door, but he's falling back. I think his footsteps give him away, so...
Oh, yeah. He opened the door now. Ali might be in a lot of trouble. Reef knows where he's at. He's waiting for him, but Ali turns down and ducks and covers. The nade comes flying out. Will not connect onto Ali. He's still very much alive here. RAZE will try to fight their way around KI1. And Kurd is one knows where he's at. Ali gets sprayed down. Will be finished off as well. Ali, the first casualty from the RAZE squad. And the rest of them are nowhere to be found.
Why are you so far? Right, that's the problem when you get early on in the game. If you're too teams should always have a plan B situation. They should always be prepared to go on to go help their teammate out or go on support. Right? Never leave someone unsupported. Or never basically, let's put it out this way, never ever, oh, that was close, that was pretty close.
That was pretty close. The shark nearly flipped, but as you say that, yeah, you're right. Especially we saw that in the South American teams.
Yes.
They all back themselves out, their teammates are very well, but Venera RAZE will be overrun here. MTB coming in for the fight, but MTB turns out, Human turns out first, but Human gets taken down by Ebo, straight away finished off as well. 3v3 situation, RAZE is on the second floor as well. Amar has a vantage point, but More Duty, it's very hard to say his name there. More Duty will try to run away from there. It looks like they do not want to take this fight anymore after losing one of their players, but now they're turning back to a more defensive position. EXE comes rolling down towards the other side of Rozok. Then they want to take this fight, but MTB is on the side of the hill. They want to push back in. RAZE on the second floor. The nade comes flying out. It should be connecting onto Amar here. The nade is a little bit short. That's a little bit short. It would have taken Amar down there, but now they are in a lot of trouble because MTB has nowhere to run. The second nade comes flying out. It still doesn't connect. It actually drops by the ledge. But Amar is still very much safe here. Even GRM is on the second floor. So if that nade would have connected, it would have taken 2 players down.
MGRB is in a bad situation. So you got basically 4 teams in Rozok right now. And you see actually Executors looking to flag them out. They're moving up. And I think RAZE has no idea that there is a third team. But MTB certainly does. They're falling back. And we got a third team. You see iKurd on the next win. These 2 Wilkers are going to meet up just behind them. And iKurd does get off and stop for it, and some engagement right there, but nothing really happened. So far so good. VT over here pretty low has right there, maybe trying to recover, and they do. And let's see if they want to keep fighting.
Yeah, now the circle has shifted towards the more eastern side of the map, and on towards Lasanya, Polonaya, and of course towards Rozok as well. But there's some places that is covered with water, and if the circle shifts towards the north or the south, the top north or the bottom south, then they will have to cross the bridge. So that is a problem in itself.
Yeah, and Kurd was able to bring one of the team members down with the AWM right there. And so far so good for Kurd right there. But he wasn't able to basically finish him up because the long range and he was in a house. So basically it was safe. But that knockdown basically helped his teammate to get out of that bad situation and bad terrain right there. So that's when you need to fight back. Often sometimes is the best defense. Knocking someone else, like reducing their manpower, helps a lot. And here we have MTB hasn't have a good day. Everywhere they go, there is always someone there. And this is a pretty crowded area. iKurd on the southern side of the map. And 46 getting shot, and they're pretty raw right now, but they have established their positioning. But Reef May can end up on Oman, and it does. And 14 is that Moment?
Yep.
Yeah, Moment does go down to Reef, and Carvin does recover from health, and we got Ninja right there taking down another Ninja. We got 2 ninjas fighting over. Nice.
The Ninja fight here. Ninja from Mixed Out, and of course Ninja from Kill. Kurd is 1 rather, and they're fighting it off, slowly sieging each other here. But Deep, Mar, and of course Back is inside those houses, so it's very hard for them to try and engage. KI1 turning behind them to make sure that they're not getting flanked, leaving Zico alone in front a little bit to make sure that they don't get pushed as well. Then Zico is right behind the rock, so it means that he's pretty safe for now between him and the Mixed Out squad. It's very hard for Mixed Out squad to engage them right now because they have to go uphill.
Yep. So basically, we're on the fourth circle, and the circle is closing. So we're gonna see more and more teams moving in, and the position actually, the position at iKurd guard is a pretty good position, and looks like Kurd is one is going for the fight. They are committing, and let's see how it ends up.
Now they want to commit to the fight. They want to go in.
Right.
MO is right close to them.
Zeko does get that information in, and he does see two players, and it's not the best ideal situation for him right now.
But
He
this is smart
closes the
though.
roar.
He's kind of drawing fire from back to make sure that back commits to that fight against him.
Yes.
But he turns back to the other side. Zico wants to fight both of these players one by one, but somehow they want to trade onto him straight away. 2v1 situation right now. Zico in a lot of trouble here. He will be spotted out once he moves in. He's all alone there. He's just bloody crazy right now.
He's basically
Oh,
no!
he gets needed upon, but he gets shot to the ground as well. And there's no way for him to run.
Where
Needed
is
to the
his
floor.
teammate,
I don't know. The team is way behind. And Zico, I was a little bit uncertain of what he's doing there, but they are suppressing firing against Mo right now. But they have lost Zico in this fight.
So on that situation, what I think they had in plan is basically having one player going right there, drawing a little bit of detention, having some decoy, and let the support team, if they can, knock one player out, because they had knocked one out. Maybe that's where the confidence were coming from. So that was the plan. If they got another knockdown, they would go for the commitment, but they didn't get, so they're basically stuck in a bad position, and they can easily get third-partied after a while. So we see the circle is already closing in, and yeah, that's basically it. And we're gonna see a lot of commitment, and we're gonna see a lot of fire happening, and a lot of teams are going to get eliminated. But this is going to be a very good circle to watch. It's very that's just the circle. The positioning of the circle is pretty good. You basically got train to take cover, you got grass to take cover, you got high levels and low levels of terrain to take cover, and you got some trees also to take cover. You have a lot of options everywhere. VT right there is trying to get into that circle, but doesn't. But they do get sprayed about. If they can make it into the water, they still have a slight chance. But looks like VT does found a little rock there to take cover from, and they have started their swim.
Yeah, MO right now getting overrun, maybe because Dap has been shot to the ground. They should be able to pick him out as well. Kurd is one still fighting against mixed out. This is taking a very long time. RAZE is coming in from behind. It might be a third party here, but RAZE is taking their own sweet time here. They're not really engaging just yet. Ninja just turns back, taking a little bit of the blue. They're getting back into the car, and this is the time for mixed out to just run the hell out of there. They don't have to commit towards this fight with KI1, but the problem is KI1 is still firing onto them. Now they get into the car because the circle's moving. They're trying to rush out, but they get eaten by the blue now. One plays down, and they should be able to pick him up. Maybe should be. No, they're just running the hell. They're cutting their losses. They're running away, and they should be able to get back into the circle.
That's not.
Yeah, that's not really
that's
ideal.
what should happen right there, right?
But great, look at that. He gets sprayed down by Boom. He is right underneath the bridge. This is a very sweet spot for him. And Salah is exposed as well. Kurd is one still want to fight this off. We'll be able to see one player here coming in from the 46 squad. We'll be able to take him down. No, he gets taken down instead and finished off. Kraken a little bit than he can chew.
I don't know if Saturn is going for that airdrop right there. I wish to know what's in that airdrop. Vendetta does get eliminated, and in 14th place right there, we see MBZ spraying down onto every team, every player he sees, and trying to maybe make some kills. And MBZ is actually 4-man squad. He's covering for his teammate to cross across those rivers, and you see basically you can see SYRN in the waters, and they're so afraid of getting after. They're basically pinned down, and it's not gonna end up where, but RM does get the double spray down onto SY, but does get taken down later on.
But MBZ is in a very sweet spot here. They have a couple of players right towards this bridge, so So that means they can keep this place from getting overrun. This bridge though is kind of useless if the circle shifts towards a more western side of it, but for the meantime they have control of this circle, they have control of this bridge, and as long as somebody passes through from the eastern side, they will be able to take them down, because there is a couple of teams right there still behind them. Nades come flying out, will not connect onto Script. Script is still there, very much alive here. There's only 3 players coming in from the MBG squad still alive. SYR Masters already dropped down underneath the bridge. We have iKurd behind in the one remaining compound inside the circle right now.
Like, we got 2 teams chilling right now. One is Loot 46 chilling, and another is iKurd.
Ooh, the circle actually went on towards the water, on towards the bridge as well, where MBZ is staying on. This looks like it's prime for them. They have prime position right now. Spraying towards Total. Total will be dropped right here, but it might be KS, but he's behind the rock. But the spray down coming in for Satan is very, very strong as well. They've only lost 1 player, so 46 looking good as well.
Yep. So 46 right now are
what
actually...
a hellacious circle though.
Yeah, so first of all, the circle is basically water-based, so means you got into the 7th circle early on in the game. So that's gonna be bad, right? And after that, you have MPZ spraying down iKurd right there. And like MPZ is in a pretty good situation.
Yeah, but right now they might be overrun. There's 3 teams right there: MBZ, KUP, and of course iKurd is quite close towards each other.
Yes.
So they might be overrun. Their position is very good, but look at Frick though, from across the waters will be able to spray down 1 player coming in from the other squad. Now EXE Clown getting knocked here from Satan. Satan has been taking all this wrong lane shot and not missing his and not skipping a beat at all. Everything's hitting right now and firing on all cylinders for Satan.
This is gonna end up badly because the circle has been closed and there is another team up and on the hill, and right now it's just a basic game of like just run and let's see who makes it out. Reef making into the circles, trying to spray down, and Blue is coming. If he doesn't go, he does get eaten by the Blue and gets knocked down. MBZ right here, seeing someone and eliminating actually Loot 46 right there.
Yeah,
MBZ
MBZ still has 2 more players though. Is Higa still very much alive? So MBZ still has a strong position, but from the side, Hazim gets dropped here. 46 is done and dusted. KUP, look at that. They have 4 players strong on this bridge. MBZ has 2, but MBZ might be one of the players has been knocked down. 47 is knocked, but at least boom, he got all alone underneath the bridge. Still a very strong position, but it's position for survival, not really position to kill.
So right now, the best position like gold, we've seen like Golden Boy play pretty good games. He was also available. He got chicken dinner for his teammate. And we got Clown here. He got knocked down twice today, but he was able to make it out. And he's an iKurd here, trying to get more information and trying to see if there is anybody. And getting that spray onto Cop Freak right there. Having grenade. Is he going to finish it up? Is that grenade going to connect? He's making sure that grenade is gonna connect, and that grenade does connect, and Freak does get picked up by that grenade.
Oh, he actually takes Yashek's down, especially a little bit more. And KUP, who was 4 strong right now, left with 2 players. iKurd coming in from the side. Again, as I said, that this is the third party that I was talking about. Third party can actually happen. MBZ has been eliminated from this fight. There's no more of them, although they were gatekeeping for a very long time. The Nits come flying out onto Yashek. Yashek see very much safe here. Golden Boy in the prime position to take them down. It's very underneath them. KI1, sorry, 25 times 9 does not see them. Now he sees them from above. It's a killer from God, because God sees from above.
Alright, so right now the worst position for AM is right now because the circle is going to start getting smaller in about 8 seconds. So what's the gameplay for AM? Because it's not the best position you can get right there. We have EXE executors right here trying to make a play right there. Clown does get sprayed down again, and man, is 9 key on a kill strike right now.
iKurd is on fire right now. iKurd has 4 men strong. EXE Lau has been dropped. This is a very huge problem because Demon's all that's left for the side of EXE. And Demon tries to save his friend, but he's all alone in the situation. The nade comes flying out, but this time around will not connect. It actually hits the car.
Alright, so we got Executor Law is not going to make it. We know that. SNT 1 member left. Look, we've seen SNT. They're pretty sneaky guys, right? And we see here Clown actually able to get that revenge onto Robin from
Yep, Clown has been dropped right now. Demon's all that's left because Demon was the one who was picked up. Now he's behind the tree. He should be good to go here, but Lau on his knees already. Kawan has the opportunity to kind of just push through and will be able to take this kill if he commits to it. But there is a man in the water right now. They're trying to fire onto him, but does not know where he's at.
It's hard to see because if you're underwater.
Oh, he's down.
Oh, he's down. And we got 9key actually on a kill streak with 5 kills under his name. And going for the Law. Law does it get taken down. And we got Demon last player from Executor. Kurd is one. Also the last player from his team. So the problem is who is going to end up in second place. And we know that right now is going to be Kurd is one. So yeah, that's basically the match we had for the the last round. And congrats to iKurd.
They had 4 men strong. Either way, they won the match with 4 men
look
strong.
At the kills, man.
Yeah, everybody just racking up kills here for the top 3. But of course,
18 kills in total.
Holy smoke, there's just so much kills coming in from iKurd. They were gatekeeping that bridge, so it was very, very good because although MBZ was there, but they kind of got eliminated one by one. So Kurd is one just kind of rushed in there to get those kills.
Yeah. Again, congratulations to iKurd securing another winner chicken dinner. So basically, I think iKurd is gonna make it to top, first place after this, and we're gonna know basically like 2 minutes later. And let's look at the highlights we have right now. Good sprays. We've seen pretty much good sprays, especially MBZ Boom High. He got a lot of sprays. He helped his teammate a lot with those support fire. And here we have again some spray down. Satan over here was able actually to bring down a lot of knockdowns, but unfortunately Plus 46 didn't make it to the final circle. And MBZ 47 making sure another play is also down. We have Aker 9key, which is also on a kill strike right there, getting a lot of kills. Man, look at this man is on fire today.
Yeah, 25-9. I think now he might be at the top of the leaderboard because he got himself, I think, I don't know how many kills, but was he the one that got in the 8 kills? Might be him. So he might be on the top of the leaderboard right now in terms of kills. But iKurd, what the hell? They had 4 players man strong. MBZ was controlling the bridge, but somehow they got lost. And iKurd with 38 points, 18 kills.
Wow.
How much better can you get? Kurd is one follows suit with 3 kills with 17 points. Executors, finally we see them on the board in the top 3. We see them with 16 kills, albeit I will say that they could have done better there, Executors.
Yes. So basically iKurd is basically catching up, and the most points we've seen yet is 14 points, getting 20 kills and 20 placement points, right? But today iKurd, and they do get onto the first place, ending up in 153 points. But look, man, they only got 1 winner chicken, right?
Yeah.
So, but they got 16 kills. But look at the placement points. Playing consistently is the key of this tournament, because the placement points don't have a lot of variations on the top 3. So if you got onto the top 3, you basically are, if you get every round, if you get 10 points at least, or is this bad, you get 8 points in. So yeah, that's basically what you need, right? If you need to play consistent placement points and drop those frags in, right?
But looking at the final rundown of the overall standings, RAZE, 7K Elite, V8, all of them are in a lot of trouble here. And we see 25 times 9. But it's not actually 25 times 9, it's 25 plus 4. That's actually his skill, but his name is 25 times 9. That's really, really good from iKurd to get themselves back there. But 25 times 9, he's been playing tremendously well from the start of the thing, right? He's just firing on all cylinders there from the start of the game. We saw him in Vikendi as well, getting a lot of kills. We saw him back in Miramar doing a lot of kills as well, but just not getting the winner chicken dinner. But now they get the first winner chicken dinner of the day for them and of the series for them as well. So with that, they put themselves up the top, AJ.
Yeah, so basically we're seeing Group B and Group D fight off today. We're gonna see more tomorrow. So these teams are basically playing each other. So I think the Group C is one of the stronger teams we have on this tournament.
Yeah.
A little bit like unlucky right there for Team Group C, but it doesn't matter because it's basically the total points which matter.
Yeah.
And it's not about not every group is getting elimination. Just the top, not the top left.
The bottom half,
bottom half is. Getting
sorry, the bottom 8. All right.
Bottom
So-
8 on the first round,
Yeah.
right? But in the end of 14 days, we're gonna see half of them gone, right? So basically, all right. So again, congratulations from iKurd. But see, this is the difference between last season, right?
Yeah.
Kills do matter a lot more if we can get those kills consistently, and some like not much, but always have at least end up top 5 normally. Because if you could end up top 5, you get 8 points. After that, it's 7, 6, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty important. So again, pretty good game we had today, right?
Yeah, Kurd is one. Although unfortunately they didn't win, but they played good as well. But iKurd, of course, getting their win chicken dinner. The last game they did, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they did get second place in the last game. So again, consistency in getting placements is the key and is the name of the game. So thank you for joining us at the PMCO. You will be joining us tomorrow as well for the Middle Eastern groups, and hopefully you guys will be here. Remember to hit the subscribe button on this very channel. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. So long and good night.